The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
And the serve just clears the top of the net. Played by the Bombers.
A Q Media Group production.
Into the lane and just gets the roll.
Wow. Local high school sports.
Oh, it's knocked out. Oh boy, 1-0.
Also available for free on the WCMP mobile app or on the Q Media Group YouTube stream.
35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. He's gone!
Now, to bring you the call, here's Chris Gable.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Cambridge-Isanti High School for tonight's action here between the Cambridge-Isanti Blue Jackets and the St. Francis Saints. It is homecoming here in Cambridge, and it's a big crowd tonight. The student section here is filling in. You see the St. Francis section is also filling in here. It is going to be a great football game. Two teams with a lot on the line tonight here when it comes to section rankings and section playoffs, which are quickly approaching. We're going to see a lot of offense tonight. St. Francis is coming in with a 3-2 record. They've got a quarterback that has thrown already for 1,000 yards. He's heading to UMD next year, and that is Tanner Rothbauer. You're going to hear me call his name a lot. St. Francis is going to come in tonight. They're going to run a spread offense, and they're going to try to throw the ball. However, in order to throw, they have to run the ball successfully, right? They've got to get that defense thinking run, and then they'll be able to throw. So you're going to see St. Francis come out in the spread, and they're going to want to throw the ball around, and they're going to want the ball in Tanner Rothbauer's arms and hands a lot tonight. He's going to be the key at quarterback for the St. Francis Saints. As far as the Jackets go, I heard the captains for the Blue Jackets this week at Coronation talk about how they are now entering the third part of their season. They started the season with 2-0, lost 3 in a row to three of the state's best teams, top teams in the state. And so they're coming in now. They feel like they are starting the third part of their season with St. Francis here tonight. These teams are both in the same division. The district they're called now. They're in the North Star West Gold division, and there are 4 teams in the division, and they are both 0-2 in the conference or in the district. And they, like I said, St. Francis is 3-2 overall, and the Jackets are 2-3. Elk River and Monticello are 1-2. They're both 2-0 in the conference and 4-1 overall, and they meet here on October 9th. And that will not only decide the district champion, but it will also most likely decide the 7-5A champion. So as far as tonight's game goes, St. Francis and Cambridge are coming in knowing that this game is they're playing for that number 3 seed here in section 7-5A. And why is that important? Well, that is important because that means that the 3rd seed gets a bye. And the 4 and 5 seed will play each other to see who gets the 1 seed. And the 3 seed gets a bye, and they'll meet the 2 seed, which will probably be the loser of that Monticello and Elk River game, which falls on October 9th. All right, we're going to step away here for a short break. When we come back, we'll take a look at how both teams got here tonight. We'll take a look at their opponents, their records, and we'll look ahead. We'll be back in a few minutes as we are about 12 minutes away from the Kettle River Pizza kickoff here in Cambridge-Isanti homecoming.
Hey, Mark, I spent about $3,500 on heating this last winter.
Whoa, sounds like you need to switch to a central boiler outdoor wood furnace, like I did.
A wood furnace? That sounds like a lot of work.
No, not really. I have my wood delivered, and with a large firebox and a central boiler outdoor furnace, I usually just fill it once a day.
Whoa, that sounds great.
I heat my domestic water, garage, and I'm saving a ton of money every year.
Well, where do I get one?
Northland Boiler Sales is your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Are you tired of long commutes to the Twin Cities to work in the HVAC field? Dale's Heating and Appliance in Pine City is now hiring full-time installation and service technicians to join their growing team. Dale's Heating and Appliance is an established Lennox Premier dealer looking to expand their business. Benefits include competitive wages, health insurance, paid vacation, paid holidays, 401k, and more. Submit your resume to daleshvac@yahoo.com or visit Dale's Heating and Appliance in downtown Pine City today.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Welcome back here to Cambridge-Isanti High School. Like I said, it is homecoming, and this is a huge rivalry. These teams are playing for the paddle tonight. Last year, St. Francis took the paddle from Cambridge. Last year, St. Francis beat the Blue Jackets 32-13 in St. Francis. 2023, the Jackets pulled out a nail-biter. I remember there was some controversy near the goal line in that one. The Jackets pulled out the 21-20 win in 2023. So tonight, these two teams are playing for that paddle. They want to bring it home. They want to earn that 3 seed in the playoffs like we talked about here in the first segment. The Jackets come in tonight. They're 2-3 on the season. They started the season with 2 wins over Sartell, Chisago Lakes. They beat Sartell 21-14. And they beat Chisago Lakes 42-13. And then they hit the road and ran into a very tough Monticello team. We already said Monticello is 4-1 on the year, and they fell to Monticello 48-0. And then they played Spring Lake Park here, and Spring Lake Park has one of their best teams in years, one of the top teams in the state, and the Jackets fell 42-12. And then we headed to Elk River. Elk River is always one of the top teams in the state. They'll definitely will be in the mix again this year for a state championship. And Elk River beat the Jackets 51-19 last Friday at Elk River. And that leads us to tonight against St. Francis. Again, it's a district opponent. It's a section opponent. They are playing for that 3 seed in Section 7-5A. The St. Francis Fighting Saints, they come into tonight's game 3-2. They started the season at Robbinsdale Cooper and pulled out a nice 29-21 win. And then they head to they had a home game versus New Prague and pulled out a 28-16 win. And then they headed to Elk River and suffered a 50-14 defeat. And then they had Monticello at home and lost 30-15. And then last week they were able to kick a game-winning field goal, 27-yard field goal to beat Sartell last week, 31-29. We don't often see field goals in a high school game, but St. Francis has the kicker to do it. And Cambridge, we've seen them attempt a few field goals as well this season. So we may see a field goal tonight, which would be pretty exciting. So that leads to tonight for St. Francis. Like I said, they're 3-2. They have St. Francis, has Cambridge tonight, Irondale next week, and then they end their season at St. Louis Park. As far as Cambridge goes, they got St. Francis tonight. Then they are at Sauk Rapids and at Irondale to close out their season on MEA Wednesday. So it should be an exciting end of the season here. It's crazy to think that this season is approaching. Tonight's game is going to be an interesting game. Game time temperature right now is 79 degrees in Cambridge. I think the key to the game tonight for St. Francis is they really need to open up their run game. We know they can throw. We know that Rothbauer wants to throw 1,000 yards already on this season. If they can get the run game going, that will open up the pass, and that's what St. Francis really wants to do in order to beat the Blue Jackets tonight. The Blue Jackets, on the other hand, they've really struggled to run the ball the last 3 games of the season. You know, early on in the year, they really ran the ball well with Jackson Zebarth, and he gets some balls on some. When he goes in motion, knocks Andrews. But the star running back, Peyton Copeland, he is the key. If the Blue Jackets can get Copeland going tonight, that will give them the best chance to win the game tonight. Copeland's got to get going. They got to open up the run game. Last week, Westfall, I believe, was the quarterback, and I think tonight we're going to see more Salmonson back at quarterback. I think Westfall mixes in more on the defensive side of the ball as well here. So no doubt about it, the Jackets have to get the run game going. It is extremely important that they do that, and that will open up everything for them as well. One thing that I know early in the season when I was calling Blue Jackets game also were the penalties. The penalties really, really hurt the Jackets and almost cost them the game, I believe. I think it was Spring Lake Park. I think we had 4 or 5 personal foul penalties, and you can't just give a good opponent yards like that. It's going to be hard to win the game if that's what we do. Like I said, we are here in Cambridge-Isanti High School. The atmosphere here is incredible for homecoming. We had a huge crowd. We had tailgating. We got the football helmet out and blowing up for the players to run through. We got a pep band. We got student sections that will be going back and forth all game long. This is going to be a fun one. You're going to want to stay tuned all night for this. It's going to be a lot of action, a lot of scoring, and a great all-around football game. We're going to take a break now. We'll be back after the national anthem. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss Cambridge-Isanti Blue Jackets, St. Francis Saints playing for the Paddle 2025. Let's go.
Pine Technical and Community College is turning 60. Are you an alumni or friend of the college? Join us for an all-class reunion and the grand opening of our brand new Tech and Trades Labs, Friday, October 10th. Reconnect with classmates, explore state-of-the-art learning spaces, and celebrate 6 decades of changing lives in our community. Mark your calendar, Friday, October 10th. In PTCC's brand new automotive lab. Details and RSVP at pine.edu/60 years. See you there.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit Kettle River Pizza fundraising on Facebook to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today. That's great tasting pizza.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. Coaches, when you need space that's air conditioned or heating with enough room to get in some team training, book Here's the Pitch. Fixing swings, catchers using the state-of-the-art machines, breaking in bats, whatever the team needs to dominate next season. Let Here's the Pitch elevate their game. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Are you tired of spending your weekends on yard work? Central Outdoor Services in Pine City is your complete solution for all things outdoors. From perfectly manicured lawns to stunning landscaping and patio installations, we've got you covered. Need a boulder wall, some light dirt work, a fire pit, or even reliable snow removal in the winter? We do that too. Central Outdoor Services is here to give you back your free time so you can enjoy your yard instead of working on it. Visit centraloutdoormn.com to learn more or give us a call today.
Need a prescription or medication advice? Wellia Health's community pharmacies in Mora and Pine City are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Our friendly pharmacists are here to answer your questions and to help with prescription transfers. Call us at Pine City 320-322-5141 or Mora 320-679-3999 or visit welliahealth.org.
106.5 FM, 1350 AM is your home for Packers football.
It will be Green Bay football. Crowd was roaring.
Get all the action every game, every game.
There he goes. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. He leaped into the end zone. Touchdown.
The hits, the touchdowns, the Lambeau leaps. Live Packers action every game.
There is your dagger.
Catch every game locally. 106.5 FM or 1350 AM. WCMP.
At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we're more than just your local dairy. We're also a trusted propane provider, serving homes, farms, and businesses across northwestern Wisconsin and east central Minnesota. Whether you need a tank installed or reliable delivery, we're here for you 365 days a year with flexible options that fit your needs. As a farmer-owned cooperative, we're committed to supporting our community because your home and farm deserve the best. Call 715-689-1032 to learn more. Burnett Dairy Propane, serving you with pride every day of the year.
Mom's Parkside Cafe in Pine City proudly serves breakfast skillets, scratch-made buttermilk pancakes, famous big cookies, and bread pudding with homemade caramel sauce. Enjoy home-style hot sandwiches made with real mashed potatoes and gravy. Voted Pine County's best breakfast, best lunch, and best soup and salad. This quaint cafe is owner-operated with a small-town feel. Stir in family and a sprinkle of hard work to complete the recipe for this award-winning cafe.
Order up! Mom's Parkside Cafe. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 2, and weekends, 7 till 2.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Cambridge-Isanti High School for homecoming action here between the Cambridge-Isanti Blue Jackets and the St. Francis Saints. The Cambridge-Isanti Blue Jackets won the toss, and they chose to receive. They want to set the tone right away. They want to set the stage. They want to take the ball, and they want to drive down and score on this first possession. So they want the ball. They're going to take the ball first. Let me set the stage for you here. Game time temperature, 79 degrees. We got a large St. Francis student section over there, all in black. And right next to my left up here in the press box down in the bleachers, we have a huge student body section decked out in their Blue Jacket gear, along with our pet band over on the left side of the bleachers. We've got a lot of people here over on the north end zone. We got our elementary kids, and over on the right, we have our middle schoolers ready to watch some football action here at Cambridge-Isanti High School. This is going to be an exciting game here. You won't want to miss it. At the end of tonight's game, we're going to get a Pine Insurance Agency Player of the Game. We'll see what jacket earns that so far this year. We've had Jackson Zebarth and Peyton Copeland as our players of the game. So tonight, we'll honor again. Thank you to Pine Insurance Agency, one of our key sponsors here, bringing us tonight's game here. Scoreboard says 12, and the Kettle River opening kickoff is approaching here. Tonight we're going to find the score here by looking at the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Thank you, Embrace Orthodontics, for all that you do and sponsoring all of our local sports here. This is going to be a big one. Again, Jackets coming in 2-3. St. Francis coming in 3-2. Essentially, the winner of this game is going to be the 3 seed in the section. There are 5 teams in the section. So Monticello and Elk River play October 9th, and the winner of that game is most likely going to be the 1 seed, and the loser will be the 2 seed. And the loser of that one is more than likely who the winner of this game tonight is going to face in the first round. And here we go. Kettle River Pizza kickoff. Number 23 is kicking off for the Saints. That is Berman. Berman the kick for the Saints. We've got Zebarth in the back. We've seen him return a kick before this year. Copeland with the return. Brings it out. Goes around the left edge. Gets by one tackler, and he is down at about the 22-yard line. And that is where the Jackets are going to start their opening possession here. 22-yard line for the Jackets. Like I said, Jackets won the toss, and they chose to receive. So they want the ball. They want to send a message here right away. Leading tackler tonight coming in for St. Francis Saints. You're going to hear me call Bronson, Markwood, and Herzog quite often. Salmonson, handoff to Copeland. He goes left. Good defensive stop there by the front interior. I believe that's 66. That is Walker. Walker, good play there at the D-line for the Saints. Copeland went off left and nothing there. Salmonson in the shotgun. Copeland to his right. Zebarth and Mason McKinnon out wide right. Again, Westfall was quarterback last week, and we're starting this game with Salmonson. He's a senior. Gets the snap. Oh, they went to Copeland and then reversed to Knox Andrews. Knox Andrews, he could go all the way. He could go all the way. Touchdown, Blue Jackets! 80-yard touchdown run for the Jackets. Sorry about that camera work there. 80-yard touchdown run for the Blue Jackets. That was Knox Andrews. The Jackets just ran a little interior reverse. They handed to Copeland. Copeland then went to Knox Andrews, and Andrews broke out wide right and took it 80 yards for the score. That is why the Jackets wanted the kick. They wanted to get things rolling right away here. This is Mason McKinnon to attempt the extra point. It is up, and it is good. On the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard with 11:04 to go in the first, the Jackets take an early 7-0 lead. We'll step away here for a short break. We'll be
Hi, Rob.
Hey, why have you been so happy lately?
It's because I no longer pay for hot water.
What? You have 4 teenagers that take all-day showers. How do you not pay for hot water?
Well, I put in a central boiler outdoor furnace that heats my house, my garage, and now I have virtually endless free hot water.
Wow, that's great. With my 10 kids, I'll really save some money. Where do I get a furnace?
Check with your local central boiler dealer, of course.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Well, what a way to start the ball game here for the Blue Jackets. Knox Andrews takes the handoff actually from Copeland on the reverse and runs it 80 yards for the score. Mason McKinnon the kick here. Here's the Kettle River Pizza kickoff. Mason McKinnon the kick. Back to return for the Saints. We've got Borgen, number 4. And I can't quite get a look at the other number here. It might be 25 or 26. McKinnon's kick bounces at the 30, 35. Oh, and it's dropped there. Still struggling. And that's number 1. That's Fossone. He just needs to jump on it just to make sure the Blue Jackets don't recover that. So the Saints are going to take over, 1st and 10 here. Saints ball, 1st and 10 from about the 22-yard line. Once again, we're live at Cambridge-Isanti High School. Homecoming here between the Blue Jackets and the Saints. Jackets went and scored 80 yards on their second play of the game. Took it 80 yards, Knox Andrews, who's the second leading rusher for the Blue Jackets this season. We talked about Tanner Rothbauer in the pregame. He's the quarterback. Takes the snap. Good tackle there, number 54 on the play. That's Grant Oliver involved in the tackle. Owen Darso is the running back here. He's number 2. He's their leading rusher on the year. He's number 2, gain of about 3 on the play. He's right at the 25-yard line. So the Saints are going to run a true spread offense. So you're going to see Rothbauer in the shotgun. And there you see number 2, Darso, lining up, or actually he's right behind him. You got twin receivers right. You got the tight end. Here we go, handoff. They look like they kind of ran into each other there. And number 2 again, that's Darso. Anders Lillimo on the stop and no gain on the play. The ball still at the 25-yard line. And we have about 3rd now and 7 for the Saints. You're going to hear the name David Downs. He's number 11. Adam Jordan, number 4. Caden Borgen. These are their 3 top wide receivers. You got 4 receivers now. 2 right, 2 left with Darso at running back. Rothbauer takes a snap, steps back, looks left. He runs to the right. Pass is complete to number 3. That is Cruz. He picks up the first down. And he is knocked out of bounds at about the 40. Where are they spotting this ball here? At about the 39-yard line. So that's a gain of about 14 yards and a first down for the Saints. Good escape there by Rothbauer. He got out of the rush of the Blue Jackets and found his man, Austin Cruz. Rothbauer gets the snap, pitches to the left. This is Darso. He slips, but he stays on his feet, and he's brought down by the Jackets, number 37, Kosteka, and Estrada on the stop here. Gain of about 4 on the play, we'll say, and it's going to be 2nd down from the 43-yard line, from the Saints' own 43-yard line here. You hear the student section getting into it. Rothbauer back to throw. He's got time. Looks right. Oh, that throws to Carr, and he tried to get the one-handed catch but couldn't reel it in. So it will now be 3rd down and about 6 to go for the Saints. Good looking throw there. You can just see how comfortable Rothbauer is. He's complete control of the offense here. He stands in that pocket. Jackets are going to need to get pressure on him in order to have a chance to really pull away here. Rothbauer in the shotgun. Takes a snap, hands off. That's Darso. He picks up about 3 on the play, and it's going to be a 4th down and 1 now. Grant Oliver on the stop there for the Jackets. Excuse me, that was actually Cruz on that run, I believe. So Cruz picks up 3, 4th and short. And I'm sure the Saints were thinking, hey, we're going to run the ball here on 3rd and 4, knowing that we're going to go for it on 4th, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Here we go, 4th down and 1. Rothbauer, shotgun. You got Twins right, Twins left. Takes the snap, fakes the Cruz. Out to 13, that is Adam Jordan, and that is complete. And he picks up the 1st down for the Saints. Just a quick little sideline pattern there by Jordan. Rothbauer saw it and hit him. And 4 or 5 yards on the play, but that's enough for for Saints 1st down. You see the big senior there, number 51, coming out of the game for the Jackets. That's Gus Knowlton. He's the homecoming king this year for the Jackets. You got 13, Adam Jordan going in motion here. Rothbauer in the shotgun. Pitches. That is Cruz. He runs wide right. Breaks a few tackles. And Zebarth catches him and brings him down at about the 37-yard line, they're going to call it. So that's another 1st down here for the Saints as they methodically march down the field here against this Blue Jacket defense. And I talked pregame how important the run was going to be here for the Saints. The better they can establish the run, the more likely the pass will be open as well. We got Twins to the right, Twins out left. Rothbauer in the shotgun. That's Borgen in motion. Oh, fumble on the snap, and he just jumps on it, and number 70 is able to touch him down there. That's Dominic Olson. So that'll be a loss on the play, and loss of about 7 on the play. We're going to call it 2nd down and 17. The officials here spot the ball at about the 42-yard line of the Blue Jackets. So we'll call it 2nd down and 17. Looks like we're seeing Austin Cruz in the backfield here at running back. Oh, Rothbauer again escapes, gets away, and throws to number 1. That's Fossone. And that is incomplete. So again, we have 3rd down and 17. Good defense there again. You can just see how important that pass rush was. It got Rothbauer off his spot, and he had to throw, and the throw was inaccurate to his receiver there. So 3rd and 17, big play here for the Blue Jacket defense. We got Rothbauer in the shot. Again, we got twin receivers right, twin receivers left. Cruz in the backfield. Nope, sorry, that's Darso there on 3rd down. Ball's deep. And that is incomplete. That is intended for Adam Jordan. Good coverage there. We had Jackson Zebarth out there. And number 14, I believe, Aiden Maher on the stop out there. Good defense there by the Blue Jackets. It is now 4th down and 17, and it looks like the Saints are now going to punt the ball. 23 is the punter. That is Berman. He was also the kicker. So Berman the punt. Looks like we got Zebarth and Andrews back to return this punt for the Jackets. 2 of our leading rushers and receivers. Oh, fumbled snap, and Berman just picks it up and starts running. And he'll pick up about 2 on the play. And that's where the Jackets are going to take over, 1st and 10. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Jackets from their own 38-yard line, we'll call it. So Jackets are going to take over at the 38-yard line with 6:35 to go here in the first quarter. So that was about a 5-minute drive there for the Saints. So they had a good drive, started at around the 20 and just failed there on the punt snap. It rolled to the punter. There's nothing he could do, so he just picked it up and ran with it. Here we go, Selmanson, Zebarth in motion. Kind of little front pitch to Zebarth, and he goes backwards. Good defense. I'll see if I can get a number on that. Looks like 56 on that play. That's Sam Bergman. Excellent job of chasing that out wide and bringing him down for a loss of about 4. Zebarth is one of the fastest kids in the state. When we were talking track and field, literally almost ever in the history of Minnesota, Zebarth has a lot of speed. I think his time was 10.45 in the 100. Oh, Copeland right up the middle. And he could go. Copeland showing off his speed. Touchdown, Jackets. That was a 66-yard touchdown run by Copeland. Huge play. First down failed. Loss of 6, about 5 on first down. And the ball was on the 34-yard line, and he took it to the house. So 66-yard touchdown run for Copeland. What a play. The hole opened up, and he just burst through it and took it to the house. And Mason McKinnon will come on now to attempt the extra point. What a way to start this game for the Blue Jackets. Really, they've run 4 plays, 2 plays each possession, and on the second play of each possession, they were able to break it for a long touchdown. Mason McKinnon's kick is up, and it is good. What a way to start for the Blue Jackets here at homecoming on the Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. 5:51 to go in the play. We've had 2 huge runs for the Jackets. They lead 14-0. We're going to step away for a short break.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Butch, Christie, and the crew at Hones Auto Body and Glass have over 44 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are I-CAR and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass. In Mora, Hones. They'll fix you up right.
How do you want to be celebrated? A church service, a celebration of life in a chapel, maybe even cremation with an outdoor gathering. Many of these things can be taken care of ahead of time and can be affordable. Methvin Funeral and Cremation has the resources and expertise to help you plan ahead. Learn how you can make the decisions now that will make things easier for your family in the future. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Isle, and Sandstone, or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com.
Welcome back here to the action at Cambridge-Isanti High School. There goes McKinnon's kickoff. And again, the Saints have trouble picking it up. Good tackle there. That's 25 for the Saints on the return. Bittner on the return. Good hit there by the Blue Jackets. And the Saints are going to take over 1st and 10 with 5:47 to go here in the first quarter. And they're going to start on the 23-yard line. So Saints ball 1st and 10 on the 23. We saw them gain yards on the first drive, but it stalled out when they had a fumbled snap, and Jackets were able to tackle them for about a 7-yard loss. And then the next play after that, it was 4th down and 17, and they had another bad snap on the punt. Here is number 3, Cruz. Oh, excuse me, that's Darso. They're kind of intermixing back there, and it's hard to tell which one is getting the ball, but that's Darso. That's a nice gain. Gain of about 11 on the play, picks up enough for a first down. So good run there by Darso. Darso is their leading rusher on the season. He is only a sophomore, so they've got a lot to look forward to with him. Again, you got Rothbauer in the shotgun. Looks like Darso to his left. Going in motion is number 84, Will Becker. He's a big target. Handoff again. This goes to Darso. He shows his speed getting out left. Good block there by number 13. That's Jordan. And number 2, Darso carries it out right to midfield. Simeon Porta on the stop. Good play, good tackle by Porta. And that leads to another Saint first down. So two carries, 2 big runs for the Saints. This is what we talked about pregame. Get the run going. It opens up the pass. And we're going to see where these good runs lead here if they're able to get some passing going here as well. Here we go. Again, that is Becker in motion. Snap goes to Rothbauer. Handoff. This is Darso again. Darso again. Good run. Gain of about 5 on the play. Good tackle by Zebarth. Zebarth on the stop. Gain of about, we'll call it 4. They're going to spot the ball at the 46-yard line. So you see Rothbauer goes to his sideline, goes in between the huddle and the sideline to get the play from his coaches. Joins the team now in the huddle. 2nd down and 6 from the 46-yard line. You've got Borgen out here left. Rothbauer in the shotgun, gets the snap. Fakes that is Cruz, fake the Cruz, and he looks deep, and he's got him wide open. That was Fasson, was deep, wide open, and he kind of had to stop and wait for the ball, and Westfall just kind of was running at him, and I think it kind of messed up his vision of the ball, and he couldn't see where it was coming down, so that falls incomplete. Jackets catch a break there because Fasson was wide open. He really beat that coverage deep. And now it's 3rd down and 6 from the 46-yard line. You see Adam Jordan out left. Number 4, Borgen going out, and the slot receiver takes the snap. And again, they go to Cruz on 3rd down, and he is going to be stopped short. Brody Estrada again on the stop. And we saw this last possession on 3rd down. They ran the ball. 3rd and 6, they ran the ball with Cruz, picked up about 5. We're short by 1, knowing that they were going to go for it on 4th down, and that's what we're seeing play out again here. So it's 4th down and 1 now for the Saints from the Jackets' 41-yard line. They're going to stay in that shotgun. This is what they do. Rothbauer in the shotgun. There goes Borgen in motion. Oh, that is Darso on the carry. He was hit in the backfield and was able to carry the jacket. And to carry the jacket for a gain of 2. That's Anders Lillemo on the stop. But that's a 1st down for the Saints. That's the 2nd 4th down play that they've were able to get the 1st down on here so far tonight. 2:58 here to go in the 1st. This is a great high school atmosphere. We got 2 great student sections here that are chanting back and forth. Rothbauer takes the shotgun, looks right, looks left, and it's batted back, and he catches it himself, and he takes off running. So I guess it's a completion to himself. Good awareness there by Rothbauer to catch it and run forward. So good job by the defensive line of the Jackets. That's number 70. That is Dominic Olson getting in there, causing a ruckus, batting the ball back, and Rothbauer catching it and picking up 1 yard on that play. So now it is 2nd down and 9 from about the 38-yard line of the Jackets. Once again, thanks for tuning in tonight. Homecoming here at Cambridge-Isanti. Rothbauer, he's alone in the backfield, gets the snap right at the knees, steps back. And that throws it over the middle to Will Becker, and that is incomplete. Great defense there. I believe that was Zebarth. Oh, that was Anders Lillemo, number 6 on that coverage, I believe. Good coverage, though. That's what the Saints are looking to get, their big tight end over the middle. Boy, I love watching Rothbauer in the pocket. He's just so comfortable. There's just no stress. There's no rushing. just calm, cool, and collected. He is no wonder why he is heading to Duluth to play the quarterback position next year. He is comfortable in the pocket. Here he goes. Senses the pressure. Looks right. Oh, and again, that's number 1. Faso beat the coverage, and it just can't get his hands on it, and it falls incomplete. So the connections have just not been there for the Saints. The reality is, though, their receivers, especially Faso and their number 1, he's been wide open, and they just haven't been able to connect. So, if the Jackets can get off the field here, they're going to need to look at that coverage on him because he is getting wide open. So, again, we're 4th and 9, and again, for the 3rd time tonight, the Saints are going for it from the Jackets' 38-yard line. That's Will Becker in motion. Rothbauer drops back. He's just comfortable in the pocket. Looks deep again. There was a little hand fighting going on there between Borgen and Porta. Good play there by Porta. Let me get the camera back set here for you. Good play there by Porta, jumping up and knocking the ball away. Sorry, I got to fix the scoreboard. It's 14-0 on the Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. Jackets lead. So that's a turnover on downs. Good defense. Number 4, Borgen just kind of fell down, and Porta smartly just smacked the ball away out of the air like a volleyball spike. So turnover on downs again here for the Saints. That's their second possession, and that's the second time they've turned the ball over on downs. So Jackets take over. They're actually only running their 5th offensive play of the game. 2 out of their first 4 were long touchdowns. So they're taking over, 1st down and 10 from the 38-yard line. And we have a delay of game penalty here. So the Jackets starting their 3rd possession of the game with 1:41 to go in the first quarter. And they're going to start this possession from the 33-yard line. So 1st and 15. Like I said, the Jackets have only run 4 plays. They had an 80-yard touchdown run by Andrews and a 66-yard touchdown run by Copeland. Salmonson at quarterback, kind of in a pistol. Fakes the handoff. I think that might have been a broken play. He tried to fake the handoff, but the running back wasn't there. And Salmonson just tucked it and ran and tried to do the best he could with that. We'll call it a gain of 1. So 2nd down and 14 for the Blue Jackets. 77 degrees here at Cambridge, and you have to wonder if the temperature, unusual hot temperature, will play a role at the end of this game in how much energy we have left. Will we see some cramping and things like that? Because this is unusually warm. It's very sticky out here tonight. We're going to have a timeout, Blue Jackets. We'll keep it here for this quick timeout here and talk through and summarize here what's happened. So the Saints have had 2 possessions, and they've been able to move the ball both possessions in the Jacket territory, but both possessions led to a turnover on downs. And the Jackets, the time of possession has definitely favored the Saints. They really held the ball for 5 minutes on their first possession and about 4 minutes on their second. So they've had the ball for almost 9 minutes of this first quarter with 1:01 to go. And the reason is because the Jackets had the 2 long touchdown runs. Like I said, 80-yard touchdown run by Andrews on the second play of the game. And then on their Jackets' second possession, they had a 66-yard run on the second play of that possession. So we're back here, 2nd down and 14. Salmonson over the middle. Oh, he was trying to find his tight end, number 9, Devin Olson. And it kind of dangerously tipped off his hands. But fortunately for the Jackets, there were no Saints nearby. He was open, and a good pass off his hands, incomplete. So now we're looking at 3rd and 14 here for the Jackets. They started this drive with a delay of game penalty, I believe. So we've got Salmonson and the pistol formation. We got Copeland is right. We got 2 receivers left. Salmonson drops back the pass. Oh, he's hit hard, but the pass is complete to Olsen. It looked like they almost ran the same play to the other direction, and huge props to Salmonson because he took a lick. After he threw that ball, he took a lick. It's really the Saints defender had the tackle exactly how you'd want to teach it, right? Put it right in shoulders, right into the stomach of the quarterback. But Salmonson stayed in there strong and was able to find Olsen for the Jacket first down. Copeland on the carry. Short gain on the play. Looked like we had Becker in there on that stop for the Saints. Good defensive play there by Becker. We're going to see the Jackets here are just going to let this time run out here and end the first quarter. And that's the end of the first quarter. On the Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard, the Blue Jackets with 2 huge touchdown runs lead the St. Francis Saints 14-0. We'll be back for the start of our second quarter shortly.
A jewelry store.
Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada. A pawn shop. Nada. Another Men's Treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another Men's Treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
Honeymoon, here we come. Where's our car?
It's been stolen.
We'll call our insurance agent. I'm right here.
Oh, hey, Jen. You got our invite.
Love the dress.
Are we covered for this?
Of course. That's why you chose auto owners. We work together to get the right coverage. So when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered.
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
We are back here at Cambridge-Isanti High School. Sorry we missed that play. It was a complete pass, but he was tackled right at the line of scrimmage here. So it is now a third down for the Blue Jackets. The big play on this drive was the pass to Olsen over the middle. Salmonson in the pistol. We have Knox, Andrews kind of in the wing formation here. Copeland to his left. Copeland, fake handoff. Salmonson keeps it. Tries to sneak around a couple. Fumble on the play. Fumble. Good defensive play by 22, I believe. 22, Skylar Anderson in there. Knocks the ball out of Salmonson's hands, and it's recovered by number 56, Sam Bergman. We've said his name already a few times tonight. He has played well on the defensive side. So we have our first turnover of the game here, and it is recovered by the Saints. So the Saints are going to take their third possession of the game, and they're going to start with good field position here at the 41-yard line with 11:46 here on the scoreboard. Once again, I'd like to thank all of our great sponsors for bringing us tonight's action, including Here's the Pitch in North Branch, Hones, Auto Body. Thank you to all of you great sponsors out there. Here we go. Rothbauer. Becker goes in motion. Rothbauer hands off. That's Darso showing some good speed there. He picks up the first down, and he is brought down by Anders Lillemo. Good stop there by Anders Lillemo. Oh, they're going to say he's short by just inches. So it's going to be second down and short from just shy of the Blue Jackets' 49-yard line. Jackets crowd starting to get into it a little bit here. Excuse me. We got twin receivers to the left. We've got for Borgen. Rothbauer gets the snap. He looks left. Little wide receiver screen. That's 13. That's Jordan on the reception, and he has a little shifty move on the far sideline, and he is run out of bounds by the Blue Jackets. I believe that's number 2, Arneson, ran him out of bounds over there. But that's good enough for another first down for the Saints. And again, this is the third possession for the Saints. In all 3 possessions, they've been able to drive the ball into Blue Jacket territory. So 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Rothbauer in the shotgun. Sets his feet, looks left. Oh, kind of throws it into the ground there, and it's incomplete. Intended for Fossone. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 42-yard line. So the Saints have been in jacket field position all 3 possessions, but they have yet to hit the Rush City Auto red zone. The Jackets have held strong, and they've had forced them to turn over on downs twice. Rothbauer looks left, looks to his right, and that's caught by Borgen, but he goes nowhere, and that is Knox Andrews. Huge defensive play by Andrews. Loss on the play. We'll call it a loss of about 3. Andrews coming up big tonight here on homecoming. He already has the 80-yard touchdown run on a little reverse on the second play of the game. And now you have a big stop on the defensive end. It is now 3rd and 13. They've got some really good wide receivers here for the Saints, and so far the Jackets have held them in check. Rothbauer fakes the handoff, drops back the pass, looks left. It is incomplete. Fossone again off his hands, incomplete. Most likely would have been short of the first down anyways, but now that brings up 4th and 13 for the Saints. That Rothbauer-Fossone connection just hasn't been there tonight. They've been open, and just for whatever reason, they haven't been able to connect. But Rothbauer has to keep looking his way because he has been open. One of these times they are going to connect and catch the Blue Jacket defense sleeping. So we are at the 45-yard line, and the Saints are going to go for it here on 4th and 13. At least that's what it looks like. Rothbauer drops back to pass. He looks left. He goes deep. He's got a man. It is caught. But they are saying he is down short of the touchdown. That's 13. That is Adam Jordan. And he basically just ran a post and just ran right past the Blue Jacket. And he was open and caught the ball just short. It's going to be 1st and goal from about the 1 or the 2 yard line. Hard to tell from my vantage point where they're at. What a play there. Rothbauer to Jordan. You knew they were going to connect on one of those soon. They've had open receivers tonight, and they just haven't been able to connect. What a play there for the Saints, and that much needed. And we're going to have a timeout here for the Saints. Huge pass play there from Rothbauer to Jordan to get them in to get the Saints in the Rush City Auto red zone. We're going to keep it here for this Saints timeout. 9:33 on the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, and the Jackets got out to a fast start and lead 14-0. Homecoming week here in Cambridge-Isanti. Like we talked about pregame, both of these teams know this is an important game for them because the winner of this most likely will be the 3 seed in Section 7-5A. Why is that important? That is important because that team will get a bye in the first round. The 4 and 5 seeds will play to see who plays the 1 seed. And the 1 seed will most likely be decided on October 9th when Elk River and Monticello meet up. That is Cruz on the carry. We have a flag on the play, so we're going to hold it here. Cruz definitely got in the end zone. We'll see what the flag is. That's holding on the Saints. So they're going to back up 10 yards. It'll be 1st and goal from the 11. And the Saints got down here due to the long pass to Jordan. He's number 13. He's a senior. He's a good-looking wide receiver for the Saints. He got him down to the 1 yard line. Now they're backed up due to the holding penalty. So it looks like we have Cruz to the quarterback, Rothbauer's right. I believe that's number 3. Yes, it is. And they go right back to Cruz, and he goes left, cuts back to the right, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, Saints. Good run there by Cruz. 11-yard touchdown run, and that's how the possession here ends. 11-yard touchdown run by Cruz, and that possession lasted about 2.5 minutes. So we were only 2.5 minutes into this second quarter, and really the time of possession, we've had about 14.5 minutes of action, and St. Francis has had the ball for 11.5 minutes already. Really kind of maybe wearing out that defense here for the Jackets. We're going to step away for a short break with the score on the Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. Jackets 14, Saints 7.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
Welcome back here as the stadium music is trying to get this crowd back into it. The Saints have quieted the Blue Jacket crowd here with that long drive. They started at the 41-yard line, so they had about a 59-yard touchdown drive, capped off by 11-yard touchdown run by number 3, Cruz. That's Austin Cruz. He and Darso have handled the running back duties tonight for the Saints. Kicking off for the Saints is number 23, Berman, and he'll be kicking off to Copeland and Zebarth. Zebarth back there, he has scored on a reception, a run, a kickoff, and on defense. He has scored in every possible way this season already. He just shows his speed, and he's gone. Oh, they attempt an onside kick here. And I don't know who jumped on that, but we will see. Blue Jackets must landed on it. Yes, they did. So onside kick is caught the Jackets off guard there, but the Blue Jackets were able to fall on it. And they're going to take over 1st and 10 here from the 37-yard line here. So Jackets here will start with their second possession of the quarter. There is 9:20 to go here in the second quarter, and they're going to start from the 37-yard line. Salmonson is the quarterback tonight. Copeland to his right. They hand off to Knox Andrews. Knox breaks out right, and he's got another good run going. The pack just keeps pushing him forward. Good run by Andrews. We'll call it about a 17-yard run, and you throw that with his 80-yard touchdown run, and he's already at almost at 100 yards on 2 carries here tonight for the Blue Jackets. So good first down run there for the Blue Jackets. That was Andrews with the carry, about 17 yards we'll call it. So now it's 1st and 10 from the Saints' 47-yard line. You got McKinnon and Zebarth out to the left. Salmonson takes the snap. They go to Copeland up the middle. Good defensive play there. Let's see if I can get a number on that. Looks like Becker again. Becker and number 22, Skylar Anderson, made that stop. Kind of just grabbed his legs and didn't let him get away, so no gain on the play. Good defensive play there for the Saints. 2nd down and 10 from the 48-yard line. Excuse me, the 47-yard line. Looks like we have a under center now, potentially. Nope, we have a Wildcat. And the snap goes directly to Copeland. And he runs out to the left for a 1-yard gain, and that's Ferrario on the stop. He's number 6 for the Saints. So 1 yard on the play, and 3rd and 9 for the Jackets. We'll see if the Jackets do something similar to what the Saints did, where they run the ball knowing they're going to go for it on fourth down. We'll see what the Jackets do. We've seen the Saints do that twice tonight already. Again, it looks like we're still seeing the direct snap now to Zebarth. Zebarth breaks out left. He breaks out left. He gets to the sideline, cuts back in. Good run by Zebarth, showing off his speed there. Sorry if I didn't keep up with the camera. Zebarth carries it out to about the 16, 18-yard line. So about an 18-yard gain there for Zebarth. And it was just a direct snap to him. So Salmonson now is back in the game. We saw the last two plays where Salmonson was not in. The direct snap went to the running back. But the Jackets do need to get the ball in Zebarth's hands. You just see his explosive speed. He's able to break away. Salmonson rolls out to the right, looks right, and he throws it to McKinnon, who falls down on the low pass, but he catches it just short of the first down. So good pass, good catch there by McKinnon. Jackets are in the Rush City red zone, Rush City Auto red zone now. Really, this is the first time tonight they've also been, we have a penalty on the play. I'm going to take that back here. Looks like we have a penalty on the Jackets. So the Jackets lead 14-7, but they have not been in the Rush City Auto red zone yet because they've been able to break the long touchdown runs. So we have a 5-yard penalty here against the Jackets. So it's going to be first down still. So 1st and 15 from the 23-yard line. Salmonson is in the game again. Good drive here going for the Jackets. Couple of big plays, another big run by Andrews and Zebarth. Salmonson takes the snap, fakes to Copeland, and we got another flag on the play. This might be a false start here against the Jackets, so we'll back up 5 more. So now it's going to be 1st and 20 from the 28-yard line of the Saints. So 1st down and 20 now for the Blue Jackets, kind of digging themselves a hole here with these penalties. It's been a good, entertaining first half of football here so far at Cambridge-Isanti High School. Salmonson, the quarterback. Copeland, his right. Takes the snap. Hand off to Copeland. Copeland straight up the middle. He breaks out of a tackle, breaks out to the right, still on his feet, and he is brought down by number 4, Borgen. Good tackle by Borgen as he broke a couple tackles there to break out wide to the right and almost escaped. And we'll call it a gain of about 4 or 5 maybe. Looks like we're going to have 2nd down here and 16 yards to go. 2 receivers left. Salmonson takes the snap, drops back deep, looks left, complete. Andrews had it in his hands and he dropped it. Good pass there by Salmonson, right in the hands. Looks like Henry Pearson here lost his helmet, so he's got to come out for a play. So in comes Graham Harsey. So we have 3rd down now. We'll call it 17-ish from the 24-yard line. We have 5:28 to go here in the second quarter in Cambridge. Jackets coming in 2-3. Saints 3-2. They know the importance of this game for section seedings. Jacket timeout here. I believe that's their 2nd of the half. We're going to step away for a short break. When we come back, it'll be 3rd and 17 for the Jackets.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsan, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
Welcome back here again. The music here is trying to get this crowd back fired up here. It's 3rd down and 17. This has been an important drive. It started at the 9:20 mark. We got 5:20 to go, 5:28. So it's about a 4-minute drive, and the Jackets needed this to get their defense some rest here. Selmanson rolls left, again fires for Andrews, and that is dropped again by Andrews. And now it'll bring up 4th and 17. I say that because the Saints have had the ball for so long. They had the ball for 11 minutes and 30 seconds already of this first half. And on a 77-degree night, and the game started at when it was about 79 degrees, you know, time of possession is going to matter here late in the game when they're not used to playing games in this temperature. And so whoever can wear the other out, it could be a huge advantage as it comes down to a tight game here, which we are expecting in the fourth quarter. 4th down now. Selmanson takes the snap. They just hand off to Copeland. He breaks right, and he picks up about 3 on the play. And that will be a turnover on downs inside, we'll call it at the 22-yard line. So, good long drive here by the Jackets. It's a turnover on downs, and the Saints are going to take over at about the 22-yard line of the Jackets. So 5:19 to go here in the second quarter. Saints are taking over. This is their second possession of this quarter, 4th of the game. They scored on their last possession on a Cruz touchdown. Oh, Cruz gets away from a tackle there, and he gets away from another tackle, and he is brought down at about the 45-yard line. Good run there by Cruz, and he's the man who had the last touchdown run. It was an 11-yard touchdown run for Cruz, and he broke 2 tackles. He was hit about at the line of scrimmage, looked like he was going down, breaks that tackle, and then Anders Lillemo had him as well, breaks that tackle and picks up about 15 more yards after that. Good run there by by Cruz. Rothbauer looks left and is complete out there for a short gain on the play. Gain of 1, we'll call it. See if I can get a number on that stop for the Jackets. And that was complete to Jordan. Zebarth on the stop there. 2nd down and 1. Good defense there. It was really one-on-one when he caught that ball. The ball was low, which probably made the tackle a little bit easier for Zebarth. All right, we got 2 receivers left. 1 out to the 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Rothbauer in the shotgun formation. And we have another penalty. This one's going to back the Saints up 5 yards. We saw the Jackets get backed up 10 yards here on their last possession. Penalties really hurt. It ended up being 1st and 20 and caused the Jackets to turn over on downs. And now the Saints have a 5-yard penalty, and they're backed up 5 yards. And now it's 2nd down and 15 for the Saints. We saw the big long pass to Jordan before on their last possession. This goes right back to Cruz here. Cruz just breaks another tackle, kind of goes right over the lineman here. Number 70, Dominic Olson, picks up 2 more as he goes down, and gain of about 6 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd and 9 now for the Saints. 3rd and 9 from the 46-yard line. I think the Saints would love to go on a long drive here and potentially end the half with the ball. They do. The Saints get the ball to start the second half. They are down 14-7. We got Jordan out to the far left. He's the big receiver that caught the deep pass. Rothbauer, fake handoff. Rothbauer looks left, and it is complete. Again, there's your man, Jordan. He picks up about 14 on the play. Good catch there by Jordan. That connection, you can see Jordan is a very talented wide receiver. I believe he's already has 4 touchdowns on the season for these Saints, 4 receiving touchdowns. Rothbauer, we have another penalty. We have Darso in at running back on that possession, on that snap. And we have another false start penalty here for the Saints, and that'll back them up 5 yards. It didn't matter last time. They were still able to get the first down. We'll see what happens now. Again, on the Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard, Jackets lead 14-7. Stay tuned for Hones halftime. Hones Auto Body. Thank you to Hones for being a key sponsor here for all of our local sports. There's Darso on the carry, and that gets backed up even more. Good penetration by the Blue Jacket defensive line. Looks like Dominic Olson was in there. And it looks like there was a fumble on the play that was recovered by the Saints. And that's back to the 50-yard line, and it is now going to be 2nd down and 20 with 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. And the Saints are going to be content to run this play clock all the way down. They don't really want to give the Jackets any time if they get the ball back here. But we've seen big plays here by both teams here. 2nd and 20 is doable with the way these two offenses operate here. Rothbauer back to pass, looks left. It is in the hands and dropped. That was back to Jordan. He went back to his guy, Jordan, his main receiver there, and that hit his hands as well, and he dropped it. So now it's 3rd and 20 right from midfield for the Saints, and that incompletion is important because that does stop the clock. There's 1:36 on the clock here to go in the second quarter. Saints would love to get this 3rd and 20. Back to pass. Rothbauer, he steps, moves forward in the pocket, and it just collapses, and he is brought down. Sack on the play by Anders Lillemo. Big play there by Anders Lillemo to sack Rothbauer for another big loss. We'll call that a loss of about, they're going to call it a loss of about 3 on the play. So it is 4th and 23 with 1:11 to go. There's 23 seconds on the play clock, and I'm imagining the Saints coaching staff is telling their punter, number 23, Berman, just to let this play clock run all the way down. They're going to give the Jackets about 45 seconds on this last possession here. And now the Saints are just going to call a timeout. Again, they just wanted to let that play clock go all the way down, let that game clock get as far down as possible, and not give the Cambridge team any opportunity, or as small of an opportunity as possible, to get something going here to end the first half. 46.7 seconds to go. You know, we've seen the Jackets 2 touchdowns this half. We're on huge plays. The second play of the game, Knox Andrews takes the reverse from Copeland, who got the initial handoff from Salmonson. And Salmonson to Copeland. Copeland then handed it to Andrews. Andrews goes around the right edge and takes it to the house for an 80-yard touchdown run. And then we saw Peyton Copeland on the second possession, on the second play of the second possession, go 66 yards. And he just outran everybody on the left side of the field for the second Blue Jacket touchdown. And that's how the Jackets got their 15. That's how the Jackets got their 14 points. On the Jackets' third possession, they fumbled the football. Here we go. The Saints are now punting. This is 23 Berman, the punt. Ball lands at about the 20, and the Jackets are just going to let that ball roll. And it is going to roll about, we'll call it about the 8-yard line-ish. And that's where the Jackets are going to take over here on their 5th possession of the game. 5th possession of the first half. The Jackets scored on their first 2. They only have 35.6 seconds to go here before the end of the first half. So again, huge props to St. Francis here. They're down 14-7, and that drive ended with about 45 seconds to go. So again, they had the ball for another 5 minutes. And so my calculations say that the Saints have had the ball for about 17 minutes, which means the Jackets have had the ball for about 7.5 minutes in this first half. Play Copeland on that carry there. Will Becker on the stop. Gain of about 3 on the play. And it will be 2nd down and 7 now. 10 seconds to go here, and I don't know if the Jackets are going to run another play. They're going to be content to let this clock run out here and head in the halftime. Yep. And that's the end of the first half here from Cambridge-Isanti High School. Again, it's homecoming here. Great setting, great opportunity to watch some high school football at the half. Cambridge-Isanti Blue Jackets lead the St. Francis Saints 14-7. We'll be back shortly to recap that first half and look ahead to the keys to the second half.
Your journey to a smile you'll love forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. With locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you'll embrace forever.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
Pizza Pub in Pine City has a pizza and salad buffet on Fridays.
Not the right vibe. Trav and the gang at Pizza Pub are a little hipper. Here we go. Take 2.
Start off your weekend right with the Friday Pizza Buffet at Pizza Pub. From 11 to 1, pile your plate high with all-you-can-eat pizza for just $12, or upgrade to Pizza and Salad Buffet for only $16. And they're now open Friday and Saturday 11 to 11 and Sunday 11 to 10. Pizza Pub, serving fresh pizza every day of the week. Come stop in.
Pizza Pub of Pine City.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. State-of-the-art pitching machines for softball and baseball. Rent cages with machines or bring your own pitcher. Here's the Pitch also offers instruction from experienced players. And Here's the Pitch has enough room for coaches to bring the whole team for training. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit KettleRiverPizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today.
Hi, I'm Samantha.
I'm Ebony. I'm Megan.
And I'm Alicia.
Together, we're dapper and divine.
Whether you're looking for bold color,
fresh cuts, or laid-back vibes,
we're all about hair that feels like you. At Dapper and Divine, we want you to leave our salon feeling confident, fun, and effortlessly gorgeous.
Dapper and Divine, on the corner of Main Street, Pine City, across from the Bottle Shop. Right now, get $2 off your kid's haircut till the end of September. You know, back to school time at Dapper and Divine.
Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch invite you to check out their 2 full lots of quality used vehicles. They've got a car or truck for any size budget. Get your next vehicle from a local dealer with a great reputation. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch are going to put you into a vehicle that you will love at a price you can afford. For more information, visit rushcityauto.com to view up-to-date inventory. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics. Quality used vehicles, rushcityauto.com.
Arrow Building Center in Siren is your leading name throughout the Midwest with trusted brands for your building supplies and services. Arrow Building Center has been providing contractors, homeowners, and do-it-yourselfers with quality products and expert service for all projects, big and small, for many decades. No matter the size of your next project, Arrow Building Center is at your service. And don't forget, free, yes, free delivery, always. Stop on by Arrow Building Center in Siren, conveniently located off Highway 70, or visit them online at abc-clc.com.
When it comes to yours or your loved one's end-of-life celebration, there are many options. Find guidance from the professionals at Methvin Funeral and Cremation Services. Church services, celebration of life services at one of their chapels, a ceremony in a park, or even cremation. Methvin has the resources to facilitate everything from start to finish. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Sandstone, and Isle, or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com, serving our community since 1912.
Hey there, Brad from Lee's Pro Shop here. Are you ready to show off that school pride? Lee's Pro Shop is your official letter jacket supplier, and we're here to help you celebrate every touchdown, goal, and win. We got everything you need to create a perfect letter jacket that tells your story. And for a limited time, when you come in and mention this radio ad, you get $10 off your letter jacket. That's right, $10 off. So come in, let's start to tell your story. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Ascove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocer, tavern, or convenience store. Handcrafted Kettle River Pizza. Moms and basketball players approved.
Need reliable energy? Burnett Dairy Cooperative has you covered with top quality propane services. Whether you're heating your home, running your business, or firing up the grill, our propane is safe, efficient, and always dependable. Choose Burnett Dairy Cooperative Propane, your trusted partner for all things energy. Stay warm, stay powered, stay local.
Welcome back to homecoming here at Cambridge-Isanti High School. It is halftime here. We have 13 minutes yet before we have our Kettle River Pizza second half kickoff. Kettle River is also a great place to do your fundraising. So if you're a group or an organization that need help fundraising, contact Kettle River Pizza in Ascove. They will help hook you up. Once again, after today's game, we're going to have a Cambridge-Isanti Blue Jacket Pine Insurance Agency Player of the Game. They're going to get a shirt and a hat, and we'll do a short little interview with them about the game here tonight. Let's check the local scoreboard here. Bram and Deer River. This is an important game for Bram. Bram lost a heartbreaker last week. They had some guys injured, guys beat up, but they showed a lot of heart in that game. And they are tied with Deer River 8-8 at the half. Cherry, the team that beat Bram last week, is leading East Central 41-0. Hinckley and International Falls are playing. I have no score on them. Ogilvie and McGregor are 0-0 after the first quarter. Mille Lacs and Verndale. Mille Lacs is 5-0 on the season. They're a ranked team. I have no score from them. A big one here tonight locally is Pine City and Mora. Pine City is leading Mora 14-0. Foley and Malacca are playing each other. There's another big homecoming rivalry, I'm sure. No score in that one. A big one, looks like we have Grand Rapids and North Branch. Grand Rapids is all over North Branch tonight at the half, 40-0. Chisago Lakes is at Princeton. We have no score in that one. And some other Section 7 5A opponent scores here tonight. Monticello is leading Brainerd 23-15. And both of these teams have played Sartell, and they have Sauk Rapids coming up. Sartell is leading Sauk Rapids 14-0 at the half. We'll be back here after another short break. We'll check some of the first half highlights and some of the stats, and we'll be back here. Stay tuned. Stay.
Your local radio home for Minnesota Vikings football is WCMP.
Breaks another at the 30, and is loose!
Your favorite hometown team with your favorite players.
Caught by Jefferson!
Don't miss the hits, the action.
Touchdown Vikings!
Catch the excitement all season long.
And he caught it!
Minnesota Vikings football is on Cool Country 100.9.
WCMP.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things. Like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
Hey, Mark, I spent about $3,500 on heating this last winter.
Whoa, sounds like you need to switch to a central boiler outdoor wood furnace like I did.
A wood furnace? That sounds like a lot of work.
No, not really. I have my wood delivered, and with a large firebox and a central boiler outdoor furnace, I usually just fill it once a day.
Whoa, that sounds great.
I heat my domestic water, garage, and I'm saving a ton of money every year.
Well, where do I get one?
Northland Boiler Sales is your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Are you tired of long commutes to the Twin Cities to work in the HVAC field? Dale's Heating and Appliance in Pine City is now hiring full-time installation and service technicians to join their growing team. Dale's Heating and Appliance is an established Lennox Premier dealer looking to expand their business. Benefits include competitive wages, health insurance, paid vacation, paid holidays, 401k, and more. Submit your resume to daleshvac@yahoo.com or visit Dale's Heating and Appliance in downtown Pine City today.
Welcome back here to halftime at Cambridge-Isanti High School. Jackets lead 14-7 on the Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. We'll summarize what happened here in that first half. The Jackets took the opening kickoff, and on the second play of the game, Knox Andrews took it to the house on an 80-yard touchdown run. Big touchdown run set the tone right off the bat. Then the St. Francis Saints took the ball. They drove 5 minutes. They had the ball for 5 minutes and picked up about 40 yards and lost the ball on a turnover on downs. They had struggled with a couple of snaps that were bouncing on the ground. One of those included on the punt, and the punter just had to pick the ball up and pick up as much as he could on that play. Jackets then took the ball over at about the 38-yard line. And they had a loss on first down. And on the second play of the second possession, Copeland took it 66 yards for a touchdown. And the Jackets were up 14-0. On the same second possession of the game, they ended up they drove again into the Jacket territory and were forced to have a turnover on downs once again. The Saints have gone for it quite often here tonight on fourth down. And they picked up a couple, but in these two possessions, they turned the ball over on downs. On the Jackets' third possession at 1:41 to go in the first quarter, they fumbled the ball. Salmonson kept the ball on a quarterback keeper, and the defender for the Saints just kind of punched the ball right out, and it was recovered by number 56 for the Saints, Bergman. So the turnover was the only turnover of the first half. The Saints then took over. On the Saints' third possession, they started at the 41-yard line, and that drive ended on an 11-yard touchdown run by number 3, Austin Cruz. That play was set up by a big pass from Rothbauer to Jordan, and he was actually brought down at the 1-yard line, and a holding penalty brought it back to the 11-yard line, and that is where Cruz ran it in from for the touchdown. The Jackets then took over, and they ended up having a turnover on downs. They went for it on 4th and long and did not get it. Turnover on downs for the Jackets. Then the Saints took the ball back, and they controlled the clock again on this possession. Started at the 22-yard line and were forced to punt the ball. The Jackets then took over, and with 35 seconds to go, the Jackets got the ball back on that last possession of the first half and just kind of ran the clock out. They were content to go into the locker room with a 14-7 lead. Looking at some stats here for the Jackets, thanks to one of the coaching staff members, Mr. Nick Olchin, for hooking me up with some of these statistics for the Blue Jackets. The Jackets in the first half really controlled the ball with rushing here, and they had the two big, most of their yards came on the two big touchdown runs. The Saints defense, other than those two runs, have done a pretty nice job here. The Jackets ended the first half with 180 yards total in rushing and only 24 yards passing, and all that came on one Dominic Olsen catch. Salmonson to Olsen was the only only completion of that first half for 24 yards. Leading rushers here, we said Knox Andrews. He started the game with the 80-yard touchdown. He ended the first half with 96 yards rushing. Peyton Copeland, who's the leading rusher here for the Blue Jackets on the season, he ended up with 71 yards, and he had the 66-yard touchdown run for the Blue Jackets. And Jackson Zebarth, he's got 24 yards rushing. He really hasn't had the ball much in his hands. I think that could be a key here in the second half, is to get Zebarth the ball, let him use his speed and see what he can do here. Once again, these two teams are battling for the paddle. St. Francis won this rivalry last year, 32-13, and Cambridge-Isanti won that in 2023, 21-20. So the Blue Jackets would love to bring that paddle back to Cambridge tonight at homecoming. You know, with this weather being what it is a huge crowd here. You can see across the way, St. Francis Saints student section showed up big time. They're all in black. You've got the Jackets to my left here. Their student section showed up decked out in Blue Jacket gear, and these two student sections are having a blast here tonight. We have the pep band playing here for the Blue Jackets. This is an incredible evening here, homecoming celebration for the Cambridge-Isanti Blue Jackets, and they would love to come away here with a homecoming victory and bring home the paddle. I know it's important for both teams. This paddle means a lot for the communities, and they'd love to have it back in their hometowns for another year. All right, we'll be back here shortly. We have about 3 minutes. We have about 6 minutes, actually. They'll put 3 minutes on the clock when this time runs out for stretching and warm-ups. We have 6 minutes here till the second half Kettle River kickoff. We'll be back after this short break.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Pine Technical and Community College is turning 60. Are you an alumni or friend of the college? Join us for an all-class reunion and the grand opening of our brand new Tech and Trades Labs, Friday, October 10th. Reconnect with classmates, explore state-of-the-art learning spaces, and celebrate 6 decades of changing lives in our community. Mark your calendar, Friday, October 10th. In PTCC's brand new automotive lab. Details and RSVP at pine.edu/60 years. See you there.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit Kettle River Pizza fundraising on Facebook to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today. That's great tasting pizza.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. Coaches, when you need space that's air conditioned or heating with enough room to get in some team training, book Here's the Pitch. Fixing swings, catchers using the state-of-the-art machines, breaking in bats, whatever the team needs to dominate next season. Let Here's the Pitch elevate their game. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Are you tired of spending your weekends on yard work? Central Outdoor Services in Pine City is your complete solution for all things outdoors. From perfectly manicured lawns to stunning landscaping and patio installations, we've got you covered. Need a boulder wall, some light dirt work, a fire pit, or even reliable snow removal in the winter? We do that too. Central Outdoor Services is here to give you back your free time so you can enjoy your yard instead of working on it. Visit centraloutdoormn.com to learn more or give us a call today.
Need a prescription or medication advice? Wellia Health's community pharmacies in Mora and Pine City are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Our friendly pharmacists are here to answer your questions and to help with prescription transfers. Call us at Pine City 320-322-5141 or Mora 320-679-3999 or visit welliahealth.org.
Welcome back to Cambridge-Isanti High School. We are we're going to be about 3 minutes away here from the start of the second half and our Kettle River second half pizza kickoff. Again, if you need any fundraising help with your group or organization, contact Kettle River Pizza in Ascove and they would love to help you out. Once again, after this game, stay tuned for our Pine Insurance Agency Player of the Game. Right now we've got quite a few candidates. We've got Anders Lillemo, who's made a bunch of plays on defense, and we've got the two big ball carriers and the big long touchdown runs for the Blue Jackets. So we got some options here tonight for that Pine Insurance Player of the Game, and they want that t-shirt and they want that hat, no doubt about it. Just a special shout out here to some of our sponsors: Kettle River Pizza, Embrace Orthodontics, Rush City Auto Red Zone. Rush City Auto, and that red zone is something that neither team has really been in much tonight. St. Francis made it one time in that red zone, and they were able to capitalize on the 11-yard touchdown run. But the Jackets haven't been in that red zone yet due to their long touchdown runs. And Hones, thanks to Hones Auto Body, and Here's the Pitch in North Branch. Special shout out to all of those sponsors for all that they do for our local sports teams. So, this has been an interesting game here so far, and unusually warm temperatures, and the St. Francis Saints really controlled the ball for almost 18 minutes in that first half, and we're going to see if that plays any impact in how this game wears on here, because it's 77 degrees still, 74 now, but this game started at 79 degrees, and these athletes just aren't used to playing in this temperature, and quite a few of these kids for both teams play on both sides of the ball. So playing defense that long for the Jackets, and we're going to see if that impacts this game at all with the time of possession that St. Francis had in that first half. We're going to see if they're able to wear down. I'm also just kind of curious to see with this temperature, and like I said, players not used to playing at that temp, to see if we start getting some cramping and some injuries here as this game wears on. Of course, you never want to see a high school kid go down, but these temperatures could play a role here in this unusual warm October weather, especially for Friday night high school football. Could play a role here. Like I said, we are live here at Cambridge-Isanti High School for a homecoming, and I'll be honest, it's hard to get much of a better atmosphere than we have right now. We've got big student sections on both teams. We've got a great football game with huge section implications here. The winner of this game is more than likely going to be the 3 seed, and the winner of Monticello and Elk River will be the 1 seed, and they play October 9th, and that's going to be a big one. And so the winner of this game most likely would play the loser of Elk River and Monticello. But they get a first-round bye because the 4th and 5th seed have to play each other to decide who goes on to see the 1 seed here. So this is a big-time game here. Both teams know it. And not to mention, they both want the paddle. They both want to bring the paddle home. St. Francis had it last year, and the Blue Jackets want to bring it home. A win tonight for the Blue Jackets would even that record out 3-3, and it would also bring the Saints record to 3-3 as well. The Saints coming into tonight with a 3-2 record, and the Jackets coming in with a 2-3 record. And I heard their captains, the Blue Jackets captains at Coronation, talk about how this was their third. They split their season into three, and this was their third part of their season. You know, they had their first two opening games, and they played three of the top teams in the state, and now this is the start, and they want to finish this one strong. Mason McKinnon with the second half kickoff here. And again, the Saints kind of struggle with these bouncing kickoffs. They pick it up, but they don't really go anywhere. And the Saints are going to start with their first possession here of the second half at about the 24-yard line. So, first possession starting at the 24-yard line for the Saints to start our second half here. Again, on the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, Cambridge leads 14-7. They had two huge plays in that first half, an 80-yard touchdown run and a 66-yard touchdown run. Here's Rothbauer in the shotgun. Takes a snap, pitches to the right. Oh, what a defensive play right there by Anders Lillemo. That was Cruz on that carry, and he was hit immediately by Anders Lillemo. Big-time play to start the second half. We're going to call that a loss of 6 or 7 on the play. It'll be second down and about 16 now for the Saints. What a way to start the second half by Anders Lillemo. Big-time hit after Cruz really had a nice second quarter with a couple big runs and the 11-yard touchdown run. Rothbauer trips out to the right. Oh, he's pressured. He just lofts it up and is able to throw it out of bounds. And that's not going to be intentional grounding or anything like that because there were receivers in the area, and he was just able to intentionally throw it out of bounds. I'll tell you, Rothbauer's as good as they come when he's able to settle in that pocket. He just looks so comfortable in there. But when the Jackets have gotten pressure on him, he's a little bit more wild like you just saw right there. And so far, what a great defensive stand here for the Jackets to start our second half. Third down now and about 16. We got twin receivers both sides. Rothbauer takes a snap. He looks right. He's got a wide open guy. That's number 9, Carr, on the catch. Carr heads up the sideline here, and he is brought down out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. And he kind of lets the whole sideline know that that's a first down. First down, Saints at about the 45-yard line. When you got a quarterback like Rothbauer, there's no need to panic on third and long. The Saints run a spread offense. They've got good wide receivers. We saw Jordan make big plays, number 13, and their number 9, Carr, made a huge play on third and long. Rothbauer is just so comfortable back here at quarterback. Like I said, he's heading to Duluth next year. Quick little screen out to number 4. That's Borgen. Rothbauer to Borgen. And we have a flag on the play here. We'll see what this call is. One nice thing here is that our officials have microphones on them, so we all know what happens when there's a flag on the ground, and that is appreciated. Sometimes we are kind of lost and not sure what happened. So when they have the mic, we all know what's going on. Here we go. Let's hear from, I believe, Ron Diedel is our official tonight. He is the white hat.
Personal foul, face mask, number 6, the 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run.
Personal foul on the Blue Jackets. That's on number 6. It's a face mask. That's Anders Lillemo with the face mask. So 15-yard penalty. That will move the Saints up into Jacket territory. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line for the Saints. Becker goes in motion. He's number 84. Rothbauer takes a snap. Handoff right up the middle to Cruz. Good defensive pressure there by the Jacket defensive line. See if I can get a number on that. Kosteka in on the stop. You've got Olsen up there front, and now we had a lineman that needed to come out because they lost their helmet. So Loss of about a long 1 on the play. We'll call it 2nd and a long 11 here from the 41-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Rothbauer in the shotgun, takes a snap, fake handoff, looks left. There's number 4 again. That's Borgen. He heads upfield. Good tackle there by Zebarth. Borgen picks up about 9 on the play. We'll call it a gain of 10 on the play. He's at the 31. So it's going to be a 3rd and a long 1 here for the Saints. They just ran that same play to the other side of the field where Borgen really doesn't move. He just kind of turns and faces his quarterback, and his quarterback hits him. There goes Cruz up the middle, and he is hit by number 5, I believe. That's Brody Estrada, and Grant Oliver team up to keep that gain short and keep him from the first down. So it's 4th down, and it actually looks like 2 now. 4th and 2, huge play at the 31-yard line here. Jackets would love to send a message here to start this second half that their defense came to play here. But it is another long drive here. They've had the ball for about 4 minutes to start this half. Quarterback keeper, we haven't seen that much. Rothbauer just keeps it, and he just heads upfield, picks up 2 on the play. He doesn't run much with his passing accuracy and his ability to stand in that pocket and throw the ball. They don't do that very often, but there he keeps it and picks up 2 on the play. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line, and the Saints would love to get into the the Rush City Auto red zone here. Saints would love to be there. They were there earlier and scored on an 11-yard touchdown run by Cruz. Here's Rothbauer. Looks right. Jackets pick that up. Heads deep. Upfield. Touchdown pass. What a play by the Saints. And again, you see his passing accuracy on that. And again, I believe that is Jordan. Adam Jordan with the touchdown catch. I believe he's already got 4 this season. We'll call that number 5 for Jordan. He had the big, huge, long play on their other touchdown drive, and he was brought down at the 1-yard line. So Jordan, the connection from Rothbauer to Jordan is paying off huge tonight for the Saints. And here is their kicker, 23, Berman, to attempt the extra point. Kind of interesting that he came out, he does the kicking and the punting duties. We'll talk about that after this extra point here. And it's good. On the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, St. Francis now ties the score here in Cambridge, 14-14. We'll keep it here as we get ready for the kickoff. One thing that I notice here is Berman is a very good kicker. He kicked the game-winning field goal last week against Sartell, 27-yard field goal for the win to give the Saints their 3rd win of the season and to beat the Sabres by 2. But he came out with 9 minutes to go at halftime, and you see this often with college and NFL where the kickers come out and they do their thing and warm up on their own before everybody else comes out. So I thought that was interesting. You don't see that often in high school where the kicker kind of does his own thing at halftime, and he was out here at the 9-minute mark out practicing field goals and kicking and punting while the rest of the team was in the locker room. And I just thought that was interesting, and he's an extremely talented kicker and punter for this Saints team. So let me update the scoreboard here, and we'll go review the last drive there. So the Saints started that last drive at the 22-yard line. So they drove it the length of the field, 78 yards for the touchdown. There's 8 minutes on the clock. So that was a 4-minute touchdown drive. So again, we talked about this earlier already. The time of possession, we're going to see if that plays a factor here tonight because they have had the ball 21 minutes so far in this game. So a 4-minute drive ended in a touchdown to Jordan. He's a big-time wide receiver. And again, the Jackets kind of struggle here with the kickoff, but it's picked up by Zebarth. He shows his speed, breaking out wide right, cuts back to the left now, comes back to the right, and he is brought down right at about the 31-yard line. I'll tell you what, with Z-Barth's speed, he is just so exciting to watch with the ball. You want to get the ball in his hands because of what he can do with it. And we've got a flag on the play. We'll see who this is on. And I wouldn't be shocked if it was on the Jacket blockers, just because Jackson tried to make something happen there. Z-Barth tried to make something happen there. Maybe confused the blockers on what they were doing, or, you know, if the St. Francis guys were taking off in different directions, maybe an accidental block in the back or something. Let's see what Ron Dietl, our official, has to say here. Yeah, 10-yard penalty there from the end of the run. And like I said, that's a block in the back. Z-Barth's just trying to make a play, and I'm sure his blockers were a little confused, and St. Francis guys are running in all directions. So I could see how on a kickoff return, that'd be an easy mistake to make with a block to the back. So Jackets starting their first possession here from the 21-yard line with 7:48 to go in the third quarter. Handoff again, Andrews. Andrews, big time run there, picks up 11 on the play, and he is now over 100 yards rushing on the evening. He's at about 107 yards rushing. Good start to this first possession for the Blue Jackets. They would love to have a long, methodical drive here, wear off some clock to give their defense a rest to match what the Saints just did and see if they can't pull back into the lead. Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. It's tied 14-14. We've seen this before. There's no quarterback in the game. Now direct snap right to Copeland. Copeland cuts up the middle, and he is carrying tacklers with him. Good run by Copeland, and he picks up a Jacket first down. First down, Jackets from the 44-yard line. So we saw that twice in the first half where there's no quarterback in the game, and they direct snap it to either Copeland or Z-Barth. It's kind of a little trick play because the defense doesn't really know which one's going to get the ball. Again, no quarterback in the game. Things are in tight here. Jackson Z-Barth gets that direct stop. He breaks out left, and he is showing off his speed. Oh, good saving tackle there by the Saints defender. I can't get a number on it because he's taking a knee. He doesn't feel good after that tackle. Big time run by Z-Barth there. And he was brought down at about the 32-yard line. And I said this earlier, but Z-Barth is legitimately one of the fastest kids ever in the state of Minnesota when you talk about his 100 time at the state meet. So you want the ball in his hands, you want to show his speed, and they're going to run the similar play now to the other side. And here goes Z-Barth again to the right side this time. And this time it is sniffed out by the Saints. And he is brought down at about the 31-yard line. Gain of about 1 on that play. It'll be second down and 9. Z-Barth had to be a little bit tired after that last big-time run there. And they're staying with this. Dual running back, no quarterback. They're going to direct snap it to one of them. This one goes to Copeland, and he hands off to Andrews on a little reverse that looked very similar to the touchdown run that Andrews had when he broke the 80-yard score. And he is brought down at about the 25-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd and 2. So we're in 4-down territory now for the Blue Jackets. And still no Salmonson out there, so they're going to stay with this set here where everybody's kind of in tight on the line, and it's either going to Z-Barth or Copeland on the snap. This one goes to Copeland. He breaks left. There's a hole. Saints fill that hole quickly, though, but Copeland's able to break it out to the 21-yard line and pick up a Jacket first down. Herzog made the stop there. Herzog's one of the leading tacklers on the season for the Saints. He's a 6-foot linebacker for these Saints. So it'll be another first down. And the Jackets are going to go with the philosophy of, hey, make them stop it. We're going to do it till they stop it. And again, we got Z-Barth, Copeland, everybody in tight. This one goes to Copeland. This time he goes right. And he is brought down after a short gain on the play. See if I can get a number. Looks like we had number 6 in there for Ferrario, and a couple other Saints there in on that tackle. Ball's on the 19-yard line, gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8 from the 19. This is the first time the Blue Jackets have been in the Rush City Auto red zone. Thank you, Rush City Auto, for being a major sponsor here tonight. Again, no quarterback. Zebarth, Copeland in the backfield. Direct snap. This one goes to Copeland. Back to he hands it to Andrews. Andrews goes right, breaks back to the left, and he's in for the touchdown. Knox Andrews with the 19-yard touchdown run. What a play by Andrews. He saw a gap back through the middle, and he cut left for the score. 19-yard touchdown run, Andrews. Jackets got the ball there with 7:48. They had the ball for about 3 minutes and 30 seconds before they were able to finish off the drive. Mason McKinnon to attempt the extra point. He is 2 for 2 on the night. And this one is blocked. On the Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard, Cambridge regains the lead, 20-14. We're going to step away for a short break.
At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we're more than just your local dairy. We're also a trusted propane provider, serving homes, farms, and businesses across northwestern Wisconsin and east central Minnesota. Whether you need a tank installed or reliable delivery, we're here for you 365 days a year with flexible options that fit your needs. As a farmer-owned cooperative, we're committed to supporting our community because your home and farm deserve the best. Call 715-689-1032 to learn more. Burnett Dairy Propane, serving you with pride every day of the year.
Mom's Parkside Cafe in Pine City proudly serves breakfast skillets, scratch-made buttermilk pancakes, famous big cookies, and bread pudding with homemade caramel sauce. Enjoy home-style hot sandwiches made with real mashed potatoes and gravy. Voted Pine County's best breakfast, best lunch, and best soup and salad. This quaint cafe is owner-operated with a small-town feel. Stir in family and a sprinkle of hard work to complete the recipe for this award-winning cafe.
Order up! Mom's Parkside Cafe. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 2, and weekends, 7 till 2.
Here we go. Welcome back. Welcome back here to Cambridge-Isanti High School as the Jackets kick off. That was McKinnon's kicking. And the Saints return out to about the 31-yard line. And that is where the Saints are going to take over here with 4:10 remaining in the third quarter. They're going to start at the 31-yard line. So the Jackets went on a 3.5-minute drive, ended with a 19-yard touchdown run. That possession really was the Zebarth and Copeland show. Most of that possession was with Salmonson on the bench, and it was a direct snap to one of those two, Copeland or Zebarth. And they kept it most of the time, but 2 times they Copeland handed it off to Andrews, and Andrews was able to break that for a 19-yard score here. Here's Rothbauer giving directions to his 3 receivers to his left. He looks left over the middle, and that one's caught by number 1. That is Fossone, excuse me. They've tried that connection multiple times tonight, and it just hasn't connected. Number 1, Fossone, has been open multiple times, especially on a couple deep routes, and the Saints were just unable to connect on it. It's going to be 2nd down and 8 now from the 39-yard line. Rothbauer in the shotgun. Good defensive stop there. That was Austin Cruz on the carry. Brody Estrada in on that tackle. Good play there up front. Michael Parada was in on that as well for the Blue Jackets. Good defensive play, and now it's 3rd down. We'll call it no gain on the play. 3rd down and 2 for the Blue Jackets. (20-14), Jackets lead. Rothbauer Hands off. That's Cruz. He is stopped short of the 40-yard line. They need to get to the 41 for the first down. So it's going to be 4th and 1.5 for the Saints. And we've seen the Saints tonight go for it multiple times. Oh, they're going to actually move that back a little bit. It's about 4th and 2. And it looks like the Saints are going to punt. We've seen the Saints go for this multiple times, 4th and short tonight. But in this scenario, they're bringing out the punter. And that is number 23, Berman. He's their excellent kicker as well. So he's doing all those duties. The Jackets are only bringing one person deep just in case they decide to fake it. Berman with the punt. Copeland back to return the punt. And Copeland slides but does not go down, and Copeland breaks it. And he's still on his feet. Good return by Copeland. I think the Saints maybe thought he was down on that catch. I don't know if I was able to get that on camera, but he kind of slipped down a little bit, but he put his hand down, not his elbow, and was able to stay alive and return it upfield for about, we'll call it a 35-yard return. And number 7 for the Saints, Romero, made that stop. And it looks like we do have a flag on the play here. We'll see what this is. See, the St. Francis Saints coach is also interested in what this penalty is, as he's out on the field a little bit.
Sideline interference on the receiving team. It's a 15-yard penalty, 1st and 10.
They're going to call that sideline interference on the Jackets. That run really went up right by the sideline, and I don't know if the coaches were a little bit too close to the field or what, but that's a 15-yard penalty. That's a big one here for the Jackets. So the Jackets are going to take over here with 1:54 to go, and they have the ball at the 48-yard line. Seabarth on the carry there. Picks up about 9 on the play. Good run by Seabarth. This is the Jackets' second possession of the half. Jackets scored a touchdown on the first, and they're going to stay with that same formation here. Direct snap. That one goes to Copeland. This time he just heads right up the middle. And this is Seabarth. Seabarth just got that ball, that snap, and head right up the middle, and he picks up another Jacket first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 Jackets at the 23-yard line. Again, no quarterback in the game right now. Selmanson is not in the game. They're just doing a direct snap to either Seabarth or Copeland. This one is Seabarth again, and he tucks it up the middle. And again, the Jackets know that they have to get the ball in Seabarth's hands because he just makes things happen with his speed and breaks tackles, and then once he's in the open field, he is gone. Nobody's going to touch him. 2nd down and 8. And they are staying with this formation here where everybody's kind of in tight. You've got kind of a fullback there, number 54. That is Grant Oliver. And this is Knox Andrews gets the... So sometimes they give it to Copeland. And so far, Copeland's been the one to hand off to Andrews on a little, I don't know, we can call it a little bit of a reverse, but Andrews this time has no gain on the play. That's the first real carry of the game for Andrews where he was stopped. Andrews has made things happen tonight when he's had the ball. And the Jackets are just going to let this third quarter expire. What a quarter it was. We saw the St. Francis Saints tie the game at 14, and the Jackets responded with a touchdown of their own on an Andrews 19-yard touchdown run. At the end of the third quarter, the Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard says Jackets 20, Saints 14. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back shortly.
Hi, Rob.
Hey, why have you been so happy lately?
It's because I no longer pay for hot water.
What? You have 4 teenagers that take all-day showers. How do you not pay for hot water?
Well, I put in a central boiler outdoor furnace that heats my house, my garage, and now I have virtually endless free hot water.
Wow, that's great. With my 10 kids, I'll really save some money. Where do I get a furnace?
Check with your local central boiler dealer, of course.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Cambridge-Isanti High School. We're going to turn the camera here as they switch sides to start our fourth quarter. Blue Jackets are driving. They got the ball here with 1:54 to go in the third, and they're continuing this drive here. Again, no quarterback in the game here. You've got Zebarth and Copeland. This one goes to Zebarth. He breaks around the left. Stutters, tries to find an opening, shoots upfield, and he's brought down at about the 14-yard line. Another good play there. Good smart run by Zebarth, being patient, waiting for a hole to open. And when he sees a hole, he definitely shows off his speed to get through it. We're going to have 4th and 1 now. 4th and 1 for the Jackets inside the red zone at the 16-yard line. Good play here by the Jackets. I believe that was just Copeland. Keeping the ball there up and just heads straight up the middle. And he picks up the Jacket first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 from about the 13-yard line. So Jackets are in the Rush City Auto red zone here tonight. This is the second time this half that they've been in the red zone. This drive started at the Saints 48-yard line. Here we go, first down. This is Zebarth getting the direct snap. He breaks left again. Short gain on the play, number 6 for the Saints, and number 21, that's Ferrario, and 21, that is Nalawea on the stop there for the Saints. It'll be 2nd down and 9 now from about the 11-yard line. Jackets would love to punch this in and take that 2-touchdown lead again. Staying with the Wildcat formation, we'll call it, with Zebarth and Copeland. Copeland gets this. Zebarth gets this snap. And he just heads straight up the field, and he picks up about 3 on the play. He's brought down about the 8-yard line. That's one thing with this. No, the direct snap can go to either one, so it's hard to know. It's hard for the defense to know which guy is getting that snap. And for the most part, Jackson, Zebarth, and Copeland are just keeping it themselves. But you also have the occasional handoff to Andrews off of it, and Andrews has broken a couple big gains off of that as well. So here we go. Wildcat formation. Zebarth gets, Copeland gets it, and he kind of drops it, and he just needs to jump on it here and not make it worse than a loss. So we'll call it a loss of about 4 on the play, and now we're looking at 4th and 9 from about the 13-yard line. 4th and 9 for the Jackets. This has been a nice drive here. Taking off about 5 minutes off the clock. Jackets are attempting a field goal here with McKinnon. They want to try to make this a 9-point game. Field goal snap is down, and it's blocked again. The last extra point attempt was also blocked, and that just falls into the end zone here. The Saints fall on it, and the Saints are going to now take over. So that drive ends at the 8:57 mark of the fourth quarter. So that was about a 5-minute drive, and it ends in a blocked field goal. The Saints have done a great job tonight on that field goal coverage. They also blocked an extra point, and that's why the Jackets are stuck at 20. So the Saints are going to take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line after the blocked punt that the Saints recovered in the end zone. So here we go. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Rothbauer in the shotgun. He sends a man in motion. Rothbauer rolls right, passes over. Oh, good defensive play there. Anders Lillimo, we've seen him all over the field tonight on defense. And the receiver was open. Anders just jumped up and was able to knock the pass away. Great defensive play there by Anders Lillimo. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 from the 20. So this drive started here at 8:57 mark, and they're still at the 20. It's 2nd down and 10. Rothbauer fakes the handoff, looks left, just a little bit too far in front of Borgen for him to be able to catch it. And it's going to be 3rd and 10. This is a big play here for the Saints because they potentially could give the Jackets the ball back here in excellent field position. So this is 3rd and 10 here. We've also seen the Saints with their passing attack and Rothbauer being such a talented quarterback get some big plays on 3rd and long. So defense has to come out ready and be ready for a pass play here. Rothbauer in the shotgun. Cruz to his left. Rothbauer fakes the Cruz. Lillimo comes in from the blitz. Rothbauer escapes it. He rolls right, looks upfield, and throws a pass intended for number 4. That is Borgen, and that's incomplete. Rothbauer did an excellent job of escaping Lillimo on the blitz there. Anders Lillimo again making a big play, making Rothbauer uncomfortable, forcing him to roll out, and he just kind of threw the ball to Borgen. I don't think that was going to be a 1st down anyways. He was nicely defended as well by the Blue Jackets. So 4th and 10, opportunity here for the Jackets to get some really nice field position. Back to punt is 23, Berman. Punt's a little short, hits the ground. Berman's able to get it off, and Copeland's able to grab it at midfield, and he heads upfield. Good return here for the Blue Jackets. And we have another flag on the play. For as much as the Saints have controlled the ball here in the first half and some of the 3rd quarter here, that possession was 3 and out and really only took 20 seconds off the clock. They punted that ball with 8:38 to go in the 4th quarter, and they got the ball with 8:57 to go. So that was a fast drive there for the Saints with not much time taken off as they had a couple incomplete passes. Running into the kicker is the call against the Jackets, and that's not an automatic 1st down because it wasn't roughing, it was running into the kicker. So that's only a 5-yard penalty, and they're going to repeat 4th down. So it's going to be 4th and 5 from the 25-yard line, and I believe the Saints are still going to punt again. Lucky that was only running into and not roughing, because then that would be even a bigger penalty and an automatic 1st down for the Saints. Try to get this on camera here for you. Berman back to punt. 4th and 5 from the 25. Good snap. Berman with the punt. This punt is much better. Copeland just lets it go over his head, and that's going to roll all the way down to about the 17-yard line. And that is the issue with that penalty. The Jackets were going to have it about the 30-yard line of the Saints, and now they're getting it in their own territory at about the 71. So that is about a, help me do some math here, 50-yard difference in starting field position, roughly 53-yard difference in field position, and that is huge. That is a huge penalty there. We've seen a couple big penalties tonight here against the called on the Blue Jackets that have really affected things. So Jackets are going to start this 3rd possession here at the 8:16 mark of the 4th quarter. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. It'll be another one of those direct snaps here. This is Copeland again. Copeland cuts out right. He breaks a couple tackles, and Copeland's in the open field. One man to beat there. One man to beat. Copeland. He's gone. Touchdown, Blue Jackets. One play on the drive. 83-yard touchdown run. Peyton Copeland picking up his teammates after the penalty, and he is tired. He came out of the end zone, took his helmet off, and the ref says, no, go back to your sideline. Copeland is tired. He had the big punt return. That got called back through the penalty, and now he has the 83-yard punt return, making up for 83-yard run, TD run for Copeland. 83-yard TD run by Copeland. My bad, not a punt return. That was the first play of that possession. 83-yard touchdown run by Copeland. And the two-point conversion is good. 28-14 now for the Blue Jackets. See if I can. We're going to take a short break here. On the Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard, the Jackets regain the 2-touchdown lead. They now lead 28-14. We'll be back shortly with the conclusion of our fourth quarter.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Butch, Christie, and the crew at Hones Auto Body and Glass have over 44 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are iCar and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass. In Mora, Hones. They'll fix you up right.
How do you want to be celebrated? A church service, a celebration of life in a chapel, maybe even cremation with an outdoor gathering. Many of these things can be taken care of ahead of time and can be affordable.
Welcome back here to Cambridge-Isanti High School. Jackets are kicking off here to the Saints after putting up a touchdown. That was the third big play of the game here for the Jackets. They had an 80-yard touchdown run, a 66-yard touchdown run, and now Copeland just had an 83-yard touchdown run. And he is tired. He is sitting on the bench here, taking a well-deserved break. 28-14 after the Zebarth two-point conversion. What a response the Jackets have had after they went up 14-0. The Saints battled back, tied the game at 14, and now the Jackets go back on a 14-0 run and regain the 28-14 lead to go up 14 again here with 8:01 to go in the ball game. So the Jackets have scored 3 touchdowns over 65 yards. They had a 66-yard run, an 80-yard run, and an 83-yard run. Looks like we have another penalty here. And the Saints are now going to take over 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. 8:01 to go here in the game. Rothbauer at quarterback. He takes a shotgun. He looks right, heads up the middle, and he is going to be sacked. Good job by the defense. That's Gus Knowlton and Tate Lines on the sack. Gus Knowlton, Tate Lines there, bringing Rothbauer down for the sack on 1st down. It's going to be 2nd down and 13. Good response there by the defensive line. After the Jackets score the touchdown, they want to send this message here that this one's over, and the defensive line did a great job. Rothbauer tried to step up and make a play, but the D-line closed in on him. Rothbauer takes a snap, drops back, looks over the middle, hits number 4. That is caught for a Saint 1st down. He's brought down at the 43-yard line. That's Borgen on the reception there. big play there that was much needed by the Saints. They were stuck at second down and about 13 after the sack. And they get a big play there from Rothbauer to Borgen here, and it's first down. Saints want to go. They got to go. They got to get caught up here. Here we go. Rothbauer looks right. Wide receiver's open, and he drops it. That was number 13, Adam Jordan. Rothbauer put it on his hands, and it just went through Jordan's hands. Those two connected earlier for a big play. Jordan was stopped just short of the end zone at the 1 yard line. Second down and 10 now for the Saints. 6:53 to go in the game. 28-14 is the score. Jackets lead. Trips to the right. Rothbauer, quarterback. He takes a shotgun snap. Looks back. Stands in the pocket. Looks right. And again, it looked like the receiver was open. Number 1 again. That was Fossone. And our defender kind of just looked like he got in the way and was able to distract the receiver from being able to see the ball. And that was Zebarth. And Zebarth's going to come out to get a little rest here. Zebarth and Copeland have really been running the offense here the second half for the Blue Jackets. They've really been wildcat formation, and they've taken turns taking the snap and running with the ball. Jackets, I was just told, have 380 yards of rushing on the night. Rothbauer, our quarterback, takes the shotgun, fakes the handoff to Cruz, looks right, lofts it up, and I'm not sure if that was, oh, that's a catch. Wow. I think Knox Andrews thought he had an interception, and then Fossone's able to come down with it. And they're calling that a catch, and it's going to be first down and goal from about the 9 yard line. That was very well defended, but even a better catch by Fossone. What a play there. What a catch. Handoff goes to Cruz. He shoots up the middle. And he's going to be brought down at about the 6 yard line. It's going to be second and goal from the 6 yard line. 5:55 to go here in the fourth quarter. Saints would love to punch this in soon to give them a better chance to win this game. Shotgun formation. Rothbauer hands off again. Oh, nope. A fake handoff. Looks over the middle. Intended for Jordan, and that falls incomplete. Now third down and goal from the 6 yard line. Rothbauer heads over to the sideline to talk to his coach. He gets the play, comes back into the huddle now. This is a huge play for the Saints. They need to punch this in. They're down 2 scores. We got Cruz in the backfield. Rothbauer, the quarterback, in the shotgun. Cruz to his left. Cruz gets the snap, and he hits upfield. Touchdown, Cruz. Touchdown, Saints. Austin Cruz with his second score of the game, this time from 6 yards out. What a play there by Cruz. Good response there for the Saints. 6 yard TD for Austin Cruz. And Berman now will attempt the extra point to try to cut this lead to 28-21. That extra point is up, and it is good. On the Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard, now the Saints, after the Saints score, it is now Cambridge-Isanti 28, your Saints 21. And we'll keep it here as we prepare for this kickoff. Good second half here. Both of these teams have really gone back and forth and have shown response and a lot of resiliency. When the other team has responded, they come right back down and score. We saw, this game started with Cambridge going up 14-0. St. Francis responded, tied the game at 14. Cambridge then responded, and with a Andrews 19-yard touchdown run. with 3:30 to go in, or excuse me, a 19-yard touchdown run with about 4:15 to go in the third quarter. That gave the Jackets the 20-14 lead. The extra point got blocked. Then the Saints failed to go. They went 3 and out. Jackets took the ball back after a big penalty on a punt. Copeland had a big return that would have given the Jackets the ball at the Saints 30-yard line. That got called back, 5-yard penalty. Replayed 4th down. Jackets then took the ball at their own 17-yard line. It was it ended up to be about a 50-yard penalty when it was all said and done. It didn't matter, though, because Copeland took the first took the snap and ran 83 yards for the touchdown. 2-point conversion by Zebarth is good, made it 28-14. And now Austin Cruz just scores his second touchdown of the game on a 6-yard touchdown run on about a 2-minute and 30-second drive-ish. 2-minute, 20-second drive that got the Saints right back into the game. And again, we got another penalty, I think, on the Jackets. So the Saints are going to retry the onside kick. They tried an onside kick earlier in this game, kind of caught the Jackets by surprise. Jackets were able to jump on it, though. So like I said earlier, Jackets have 380 yards rushing in this game. 80-yard TD run, a 66, and an 83-yard touchdown run. Here's Berman the kick. See if they kick it deep this time. And they kick it kind of in between blooper. Boy, that kind of landed the middle of nowhere. Unfortunately for the Blue Jackets, I believe it rolled out of bounds because the Saints were diving for the ball almost before the Jackets could even get to that bloop. Kind of we'll call it a shallow pop fly kickoff, kind of in a space where no Jackets were. It was a great kick by Berman. It just happened to roll out of bounds. So the Jackets are going to get the ball back here with 5:39 to go here. This is the Jackets, I believe it's their 4th possession of the second half. So they get the ball back here with 5:39 to go in the fourth quarter. So we're over halfway through the quarter here. Jackets lead 28-21. Jackets are going to continue to do the Wildcat formation where Copeland or Zebarth get the snap. And this one goes to Copeland. Copeland tries to bounce back to the middle. Borgen made the stop. That's number 4. He plays both ways. Gain of about 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7 from the 33-yard line. Yeah, we'll call it the 33-yard line because the Jackets started this possession on the 30-yard line after the kick went out of bounds. So 2nd down and 7. We've got Zebarth, Copeland again in the Wildcat. One of them will get the snap. It's different every time. This one goes to Zebarth. He breaks out wide to the right, tries to head upfield, and he runs into a pile of Saints. See if I can figure out who that is. That's number 6, I believe. That is Ferrario. Good play there by Ferrario to stop Zebarth from getting wide and using his speed. Boy, the Saints would love a stop here on 3rd down. 3rd and 8. 4:30 to go. Clock is ticking in the 4th. Jackets lead 28-21. Staying. Direct snap goes to Copeland. This time he gives it to Andrews. And Andrews again. Andrews is gone. Touchdown, Blue Jackets. That is a 68-yard touchdown run for Andrews. That is his 3rd touchdown of the game. He now has touchdown runs of 80 yards, 68 yards, 119 yards. What a run. What a play. That's what the Jackets needed there, as St. Francis was ready to hold the Jackets and get the ball right back. What a response by the Jackets after the Saints drove down for the touchdown. We said pregame that this was going to be a high-scoring game because both of these teams have incredible athletes. We talked about their quarterback, Rothbauer. He's already thrown for 1,000 yards in 5 games this year. Jackets are going to go for 2. Same formation, but this time it's a Lilimo in there. And timeout, Jackets. They know the importance of this 2-point conversion. They're going to talk about it here. What a play. That possession went 1 minute, 36 seconds. Touchdown run, 68-yard touchdown run. 68-yard touchdown run by Knox Andrews. His 3rd of the game. He just got in the open field and nobody was catching him. Just showing off his speed. We've seen this all night long. We saw Copeland, we've seen Zebarth, and now Andrews 3 times. Just showing their speed. Nobody's able to catch them when they're getting the open field. And incredible runs here. The offensive line making the holes, the smart decision, cutbacks by the running backs. And they're just breaking free, and nobody can catch them when they're in the open field. Now we've got Lilimo and Zebarth in the Wildcat. What do we got? Penalty. False start here against the Blue Jackets. So now they're going to have to decide what they want to do here, because now you're backed up here for a 2-point conversion to, what is that, the 8-yard line. So 2-point conversion now from the 8-yard line. They're going to stay with this formation. Lilimo, Zebarth. Direct snap, and then the hand, direct snap to Zebarth. He faked the handoff to Lilimo, but he was brought down for the loss on the 2-point conversion. We're going to take a short break on the Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. Jackets 34, St. Francis Saints 21.
A jewelry store. Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada. A pawn shop. Nada. Another Men's Treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another Men's Treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
Welcome back here to homecoming at Cambridge-Isanti High School, and we've had a great football game so far here. Jackets lead 34-21 on the Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard with 4:03 to go, and we're going to have another flag on the play. Second half here has been just riddled with penalties. So we're going to re-kick. 5-yard penalty. They're going to back the Jackets up here on this kickoff. 4:03 to go here. St. Francis is going to get the ball back, down 13. I believe that's McKinnon, the kick here for the Blue Jackets. Jackets have done this little bouncing kickoff here that's really been effective tonight. This time they kick it deep. It's going to be returnable. Returned out for the Saints. He's going to be brought down at about the 36-yard line. 25 on the return. 25, that's Connor Bittner for the Saints. So the Saints are going to take over with 3:59. 4 minutes to go. We'll call it 4 minutes to go here. 3:59 to go in the fourth quarter. And they're going to take over right at the 35-yard line. Again, another big-time touchdown run on the Jackets' last possession. 68-yard touchdown run by Knox Andrews. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game. Rothbauer back to pass. Looks left. Pass is complete. He pitches it back, and they drop the ball. And I don't know what they're going to rule this. So the receiver caught the ball, and I apologize, it's on the opposite side of the field. I didn't get a number on it. He pitched it back, and that guy didn't catch it, and the Jackets were able to recover that ball at the 49-yard line. So that's a turnover for the Saints. Pass and pitch fumble for the Saints, and it's recovered by the Jackets. That was Tayton Westfall on the fumble recovery. Good defensive possession there. Turnover for the Jackets. So here we go. Jackets have the ball back at the 49-yard line, and that's Anders Lillimo. They're getting a carry. We haven't seen him carry the ball much tonight, but he carries it about the 44-yard line. So in the middle of the third quarter, the Jackets went to this wildcat where they were just going to have the two running backs in and no quarterback, and they were just going to they're just direct snapping it, and they haven't stopped doing it because the Saints haven't stopped it. So now we see Zebarth and Lillimo. Earlier it was Copeland and Zebarth in on this. So Lillimo and Zebarth at the running back. Wildcat formation. Zebarth gets the snap, and he heads to the right, looking around the outside corner. And he is going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. He picks up the Jacket first down. The Jackets are going to be pushing 500 yards of rushing tonight. They were at 380 before the big touchdown run by Andrews. So they're going to be pushing close to 500 yards before this one is done. 3 minutes to go here in this homecoming game. The battle for the paddle. St. Francis won last year, so they had the paddle last year. The Jackets want to bring it home tonight. Same formation, Wildcat, direct snap this time. I believe this is Zebarth again. He heads out wide to the left, and he's knocked out of bounds by number 21, Nala. He's pushed out of bounds, so the clock is going to stop there. 2:55 to go, and I think the coach just told him, hey, we got to keep in to stay in bounds. We want this clock to run. So gain of about 2 on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 8 from the 36-yard line. Looks like we got Copeland back in there now, I believe. Nope, that's still Lillimo. Lillimo is Zebarth in the backfield. Zebarth gets it, direct snap. He runs to his right. Gain of about 2 on the play, and we have a St. Francis wants to stop the clock here. It's going to be 3rd and 5 now for the Jackets. 3rd and 5 for the Jackets. Saints want to stop the clock. There's 2:48 to go. Saints are down 13. That was the Saints' first time out of the half. So 3rd and about 6, we'll call it. Saints want to get a stop here. They'll use another timeout and make the Jackets make a decision on 4th down here. No doubt the Jackets would go for it here on 4th. The way that they've been running the ball, like I said, they're about 450 yards of rushing, just rushing in this game. They only have 24 yards passing. I believe the only pass of the game was a 24-yard play to Dominic Olsen, which was a big catch at the time. It gave the Jackets a 1st down. But they haven't needed to pass. They've gone to this wildcat, the direct snap right to the running back, and they haven't been stopped. Oh, here we go. Selmanson is back in there now, and he hands off to Lillimo. And Lillimo is brought down at the 29-yard line, and it's going to be 4th and 1. And the Saints are not going to call a timeout. Oh, they did call a timeout now, excuse me. 2nd timeout. We're going to take a short break here. We'll be back. 2:35 to go in the ball game. We'll be back after this short break.
Honeymoon, here we come. Where's our car?
It's been stolen.
call our insurance agent. I'm right here.
Oh, hey, Jen. You got our invite.
Love the dress.
Are we covered for this?
Of course. That's why you chose auto owners. We work together to get the right coverage. So when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered.
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
Welcome back here to Cambridge-Isanti here. Big fourth down for the Blue Jackets. 4th and 1. The Saints want to get a stop. They want the ball back. Jackets have the Wildcat in here again. No quarterback in. This one goes to Lillimo. Lillimo heads off to the right. And this is going to be close. I think the guy on the Blue Jacket sideline saying they're short, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So the Saints are going to take over here. 2:30 to go. And so turnover on downs here. Jackets had a nice drive going after the fumble recovery. So here we go. 1st and 10. Rothbauer back to pass. He is going to be sacked. Good play. That's 37 on the sack. Griffin Kosteka with the sack. Big play there for the Jackets defense coming out of the turnover on downs. He's back to the 29-yard line. Rothbauer in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Oh, there are whistles on the play here. Not sure what this call is. Looks like they're going to back the offense up even more. Yep. Must be a false start here. Yep, false start on the Saints. They're going to back up even more now. 2nd down, and we're talking 21. 2nd and 21. 2nd and 21 here, 2:03 to go. Rothbauer fakes the handoff. He looks left. Pass is complete to Jordan, I believe. And he was battling for yards, and the whole crew of Blue Jackets come over and take him down and not let him gain any more. Picks up about 13 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 8 now from the 31-yard line. We'll call it 3rd and 9 from the 31. Rothbauer back to pass. Rolls out to the left. Looks upfield, and that ball is going to land harmlessly near the St. Francis sideline there. Sorry, got a little excited on that camera work. And then now 4th down here for the Saints. 4th down and 9 from the Blue Jacket 39-yard line. What a great ball game here. Great atmosphere. Both student sections came out big time tonight. You see St. Francis across the way. They're all in black. Blue Jacket fans. Student section here all in blue. We had the pep band. We had a big crowd here tonight. This is what the battle for the paddle should be. Rothbauer back to pass. Looks upfield. That is caught by Jordan. 13. That's a big catch by Jordan. We've seen those two connect multiple times. That's Adam Jordan. He's a 6-foot senior. Big play right there on 4th down and 9. They connect on the 1st down. Here we go from the 45. Rothbauer takes a snap. He rolls out to his right. Heads to the sideline here. That's number 1. That is Faso, and he's number 1, and he runs out of bounds. Stops the clock at about the 45-yard line of the Blue Jackets. Once again, Jackets lead 34-21. 1:07 to go in the game. Saints trying to punch one in here and maybe get an onside kick. I think we're going to see a lot of sideline patterns to try to get out of bounds to stop the clock here. You've got Rothbauer, Cruz to his right. Rothbauer back to pass. Jackets rush 4. Cruz, Rothbauer settles. He heads upfield, just kind of lofts it up, and it is knocked away. Number 8, Noah DeWolf on the stop. Just kind of knocked the ball down. Well, just wanted to make sure nobody could catch that ball. And that was kind of a desperation throw there by Rothbauer. He just kind of chucked it up. Hopefully one of his guys would get it. Good play by Noah DeWolf there, just knocking the ball down. Once again, the winner of this game most likely will be the 3 seed in Section 7-5A. That's important because they'll get a bye in that first round where the 4 and 5 seeds will play. Rothbauer looks over the middle. Good play again. Another first down. That's to Jordan. And he heads left, tries to get to the out-of-bounds line, but does not. He's brought down by Estrada. St. Francis is going to use their last timeout. So a couple big plays there on 3rd down and 4th down that have gone to Jordan that extended this drive for the Saints. We have 50.5 seconds left. Stay tuned after the game as we'll have our Pine Insurance Agency player of the game. Jackets have exploded on offense tonight. They're going to have over 450 yards of rushing offense tonight. Only 24 yards passing. Dominic Olson caught the only completion of the game here for the Blue Jackets. Jackets want the paddle. They want the 3 seed over their arch rival here, the St. Francis Saints. St. Francis won last year, 32-13. Here we go, first down for the Saints. Rothbauer back to pass. He throws it left deep and it is incomplete. Zebarth, to Cole Arneson, We'll give Cole a shout out here. Cole Arneson on the breakup. Good play there by Cole, staying right with the receiver. .6 seconds to go. Great night here for football in Cambridge-Isanti. Rothbauer gets the snap, 2nd down and 10, drops back to pass. He rolls left, and he is going to be sacked. That is Dominic Olson, number 70, with the sack. Good play there by Dominic, and the Saints are trying to get all their receivers back so they can try to run at least one more play here. The receivers were all the way in the end zone and had to really sprint to come back. Here we go, Rothbauer back to pass. He throws deep. And that ball is knocked away again by the Blue Jackets. And this is going to be 4th down for the Saints. It'll be 4th down for the Saints, 4th and about 19. And there are 17 seconds to go here in the ball game. Jackets are going to win this one, 34-21. A nice big win here for the Jackets to even their record to 3-3. Rothbauer drops back to pass. Looks over, and that ball is complete for a Saint first down, and that'll stop the clock. So the Saints will continue here. Their drive will continue. Again, that was Jordan again. That was his 3rd first down catch of this drive alone. 9.8 seconds to go in the ball game. Saints have the ball on the 14-yard line. Rothbauer drops back to pass, fades a little bit to his right, looks right. That ball is complete to number 1, and he just runs out of bounds there to stop the clock. So they will get another shot at it here. That was complete to Fasson. He's knocked out of bounds at about the 6-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 3. With 1.8 seconds to go on the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Jackets are going to win this one 34-21. One more play. Well, I guess maybe not. The Saints could knock this one in here. 1.8 seconds to go from the 6-yard line. Rothbauer back to pass, looks over the middle, and that is actually intercepted, and he is going to just take a knee. It looked like Tayton Westfall with the interception. It looked like Jordan was going to catch that ball in the end zone, and Westfall just kind of knocked it away and took it from him. And that will end tonight's homecoming battle here between the Cambridge-Isanti Blue Jackets and the St. Francis Saints on the Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. Cambridge 34, Saints 21. We're going to step away for a short break. We'll recap this game, and we'll look forward to our Pine Insurance Player of the Game. We'll be back shortly.
behalf of our game day staff.
106.5 FM, 1350 AM is your home for Packers football.
It will be Green Bay football. Crowd was roaring.
Get all the action every game, every game.
There he goes. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. He leaped into the end zone. Touchdown.
The hits, the touchdowns, the Lambeau leaps. Live Packers action every game.
There is your dagger.
Catch every game locally. 106.5 FM or 1350 AM. WCMP.
At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we're more than just your local dairy. We're also a trusted propane provider, serving homes, farms, and businesses across northwestern Wisconsin and east central Minnesota. Whether you need a tank installed or reliable delivery, we're here for you 365 days a year with flexible options that fit your needs. As a farmer-owned cooperative, we're committed to supporting our community because your home and farm deserve the best. Call 715-689-1032 to learn more. Burnett Dairy Propane, serving you with pride every day of the year.
Mom's Parkside Cafe in Pine City proudly serves breakfast skillets, scratch-made buttermilk pancakes, famous big cookies, and bread pudding with homemade caramel sauce. Enjoy home-style hot sandwiches made with real mashed potatoes and gravy. Voted Pine County's best breakfast, best lunch, and best soup and salad. This quaint cafe is owner-operated with a small-town feel. Stir in family and a sprinkle of hard work to complete the recipe for this award-winning cafe.
Order up! Mom's Parkside Cafe. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 2, and weekends 7 till 2.
Hi, Rob. Hey, why have you been so happy lately?
It's because I no longer pay for hot water.
What? You have 4 teenagers that take all-day showers. How do you not pay for hot water?
Well, I put in a central boiler outdoor furnace that heats my house, my garage, and now I have virtually endless free hot water.
Wow, that's great. With my 10 kids, I'll really save some money. Where do I get a furnace?
Check with your local central boiler dealer, of course.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com. Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Butch, Christie, and the crew at Hones Auto Body and Glass have over 44 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are iCar and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass. In Mora, Hones. They'll fix you up right.
How do you want to be celebrated? A church service, a celebration of life in a chapel, maybe even cremation with an outdoor gathering. Many of these things can be taken care of ahead of time and can be affordable. Methvin Funeral and Cremation has the resources and expertise to help you plan ahead. Learn how you can make the decisions now that will make things easier for your family in the future. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Isle, and Sandstone, or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com.
A jewelry store.
Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada. A pawn shop. Nada. Another Men's Treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another Men's Treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
Welcome back to Cambridge-Isanti High School here as we hopefully are going to get our Pine Insurance Agency Player of the Game tonight. That's going to be Knox Andrews. Only a sophomore, but he had a huge game tonight. He had 3 touchdowns. He had 205 yards rushing on the evening. So Knox Andrews is the Pine Insurance Agency Player of the Game. He's going to get a hat. We're going to get him a T-shirt, and hopefully we'll be able to get him for an interview. I know he wants to celebrate with his teammates as they bring home the paddle again this year after St. Francis had it last year. So the Jackets ended tonight with 469 yards rushing total. They only had 24 yards passing, and that was to Dominic Olson. Copeland with 169. He had a big touchdown run, a 66-yard touchdown run in the first half, and he ends the game with 169 rushing. And really the story here tonight is Knox Andrews, 205 yards rushing. He had a 68-yard touchdown run. He had a 19-yard touchdown run and an 80-yard touchdown run. Copeland himself had a 66-yarder and an 83-yarder. So just huge plays all around tonight for the Cambridge-Isanti Blue Jackets. The Blue Jackets now they even their record at 3-3. The St. Francis Saints also fall to 3-3 on the season. This win tonight will move the Blue Jackets into number 3 in the section 7-5A standings. That's important because the 4 and the 5 seed will play, which right now, if this playoff started today, would be St. Francis and Duluth. The winner of that game will have to play the winner of the Elk River Monticello game, which would be the winner of that will be the 1 seed. So it'll be the 1 versus the winner of the 4-5 game, and the 2 and the 3 seeds will play. So the Jackets want that 3 seed so they can avoid playing in the 4-5 game. So I see the Jackets right now. You see them coming out onto the middle of the field. They want a picture with the logo in the paddle here, and they are celebrating tonight, bringing home the paddle on a big homecoming victory here. Jackets here, let's summarize here what happened in this one. In the first half, we saw the Jackets take the ball. They won the toss, and they wanted to receive. On the second play of the game, Knox Andrews takes it 80 yards for the touchdown. St. Francis got the ball. They went 40 yards, 5-minute drive, and were forced over on downs. On the second possession of the game, second play of the second possession, Copeland went 66 yards for the touchdown. Once again, St. Francis in the first quarter, their second possession had a turnover on downs. The third possession of the game for the Jackets ended in a fumble recovered by the Saints. The Saints then started the second quarter with an 11-yard touchdown run by Cruz, and that made it 14-7. And that's where we stood at halftime. Start the second half here. The Saints took the ball. They had a 4-minute drive, and they had a huge Adam catch, and they were able to, they ended up turning the ball over, and the Jackets took over. Jackets then on their first possession in the second half had a 19-yard touchdown run by Knox Andrews, and that made the score at the time 21-7. The Saints then cut it to 21-14 on another Cruz 6-yard touchdown. Jackets come back and score on an 83-yard touchdown run by Copeland, and the Z-Bar 2-point conversion made the score 28-14 at that time. Cruz then cut it to 28-21, and then Knox Andrews was able to seal the game here with 5:39 to go in the fourth quarter. They got the ball with 5:39 to go in the fourth quarter, and they had scored with about 4 minutes to go on Knox Andrews' 68-yard touchdown run. So once again, the Jackets here ended this ball game with a 34-21 win over the Saints, evening the record to 3-3. The Jackets ended tonight with 469 yards rushing, and they're getting a nice team picture down there with the paddle, and the Jackets are 3-3. We're going to take a short break. We'll look at what next week in the last MEA break game holds for both of these teams, and hopefully we'll have our Pine Insurance Agency player of the game. Once again, the Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. Jackets pull off the big homecoming victory here tonight in Cambridge, 34-21. We'll be back shortly.
Honeymoon, here we come. Where's our car?
It's been stolen.
We'll call our insurance agent. I'm right here.
Oh, hey, Jen. You got our invite.
Love the dress.
Are we covered for this?
Of course. That's why you chose auto owners. We work together to get the right coverage. So when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered.
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsand, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
Your journey to a smile you'll love forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. With locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you'll embrace forever.
Welcome back here to Cambridge-Isanti for my Pine Insurance Agency Player of the Game interview tonight is with Knox Andrews. Knox, you ended this game with 205 yards rushing. You had 3 touchdowns. More importantly, though, let's talk about what it means to bring home the paddle for this team in this town.
I think just bringing home the paddle is one of the biggest things to this town to uplift the community. And you know, we've had our eyes set on this game for basically the whole year, and we knew this one was going to be super important. And bringing home the paddle basically means everything to me, and I just wanted to do it for the seniors.
That's awesome. Talk to us about the resiliency this team showed when when St. Francis battled back. I believe they tied the game at 14. What did the coaches tell you? What did the team talk about in the huddle to make sure that their run ended at tie game and for you guys to continue to pull away here?
Well, we did get down a little bit, I'm going to be honest, but our coaches pulled us through this game, and they kept our heads up, and we just knew we had to keep our foot on the gas the whole game, not let up, because any opportunity, and they were going to take it, and we know that, because that's a good football team that we just played. So I think it was just the coaches and just keeping our heads up and pushing us through and keeping our foot on the gas.
Awesome. So tonight, according to my rough sketch data here, you had a 80-yard touchdown run on the second play of the game. You had a 19-yard touchdown run early in the second half, and then you really sealed the game here with a 68-yard touchdown run on a big, I believe it was a big third down play here in the fourth quarter. Talk about what you saw on, any of those runs and what it felt like for you to be in the open field and see nothing but daylight.
Yeah, I think I just got to give, first of all, I got to give credit to God and my O-line. They kept me through this game. But, man, those blocks were amazing. I saw open field. I just had to make one-man miss, and I got the job done, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, that was awesome. It was so exciting to watch you and your speed in the open field. And tell me about the seniors and what they mean to you, and maybe the lessons that they've taught you after going 0-9 last year, 3-3 this year. The seniors did nothing but work hard all summer, all off season. What lessons have you learned as a sophomore going forward as a leader of this squad?
I know that going forward, we just got to keep our heads up no matter what, whether we're down, up, tied, up by a ton, doesn't matter. We got to keep going. We got to keep pushing. And these seniors honestly mean everything to me. Last year, wasn't our greatest year. We know that. But this offseason, we pushed as hard as we could in the weight room. Speed and strength, we did all we could. And we bring the intensity every day at practice and at morning workouts.
Awesome. I at Coronation the other night, I heard, I don't know if it was Gus or one of the other captains, they talked about how you're entering the third part of your season. And so talk about what this third part means to you and what this means going forward in your last 2 regular season games.
Yeah, so we basically talked as a team, and we said first part of our season was our first 2 home games. And then we knew we were going to have a rough 3 stretches of games playing some top 10 teams in the state back to back to back. But we just battled through that, and these next 3 games, we all think that they're very winnable games, and that if we play correct football and if we pound the rock like we did tonight, we can come out with a win.
Awesome. Thanks, Knox. Knox Andrews, our Pine Insurance Agency player of the game. I'm going to take his picture, and we're going to let him go celebrate with his teammates. We'll be back here shortly.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden french fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Welcome back here one last time to Cambridge-Isanti High School as you see the Cambridge team and parents and community all celebrating down there together. Once again, Cambridge defeated the St. Francis Saints 34-21 tonight. Big win here. Like I said, Cambridge-Isanti ended the game with 469 yards rushing. Knox Andrews had 205. Copeland had 169 yards rushing. Anders Lillemo played an outstanding game defensively as well for the Blue Jackets. Looking ahead now, next week, Friday, October 10th, the Blue Jackets head to Sauk Rapids Rice. I don't know the final, but Sauk Rapids was losing the Sartell tonight at halftime. And then they close the season on MEA week. Wednesday, October 15th, they are at Irondale. St. Francis next week, they are home versus Irondale. And then on Wednesday, October 15th, they are at St. Louis Park to round out their season. Like I said, tonight was a big playoff matchup here. The winner of tonight's game is most likely going to be the 3 seed, and the Jackets were able to pull this one out. So the Jackets are likely going to be the 3 seed heading into the playoffs. Monticello and Elk River will decide who is the 1-2, and they play October 9th. That will be a big game and a big game to follow. Once again, stay tuned to WCMP and KBEK in the mornings. Stay up to date with all your local news and all your local sports action. We'll be back next week with more local broadcasts, football games this week, volleyball games throughout the week. I appreciate you tuning in to tonight's broadcast. Once again, wrapping things up here at Cambridge-Isanti High School. It's homecoming here. Cambridge-Isanti brings home the paddle with the final score 34-21. Thank you, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll see you soon.